What's going on, drinking buddies? Happy Amateur Day. That's right, it's St. Patrick's Day. Big old drinking holiday. And it's amateur hour. But we're happy you're here. No matter how sober or lack thereof you are at the moment. We just got to run a couple quick ads, and then we will get on with this very fun podcast. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon. That's right. You sick of hearing these ads? You can get the podcast ad-free on patreon.com at patreon.com/MattSlayer. Or, for a little less money, for 10 cents a day, you can just support the show. For less than the cost of a beer, you can support the show for $3 a month. Or you could give a little more, get off your wallets, and actually be credited on IMDb. Get the back catalog of the video versions. Get the new video versions first. All at the Patreon. And exclusive content that isn't anywhere else. I just make stuff and throw it on Patreon. Sometimes it's not in Now We Drink stuff. Sometimes it's my random music, random photography. It helps support the show. So, once again, that is at patreon.com/MattSlayer. We are also brought to you by my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/MattFNSlayer. If you have Amazon Prime, the Prime sub costs you nothing and throws a little money towards the show. We also, every Thursday night, do community game night, which you're more than welcome to come play if you're a member of the community. And hell, my community is starting to play on a very regular basis GTA Online. So if you play GTA Online on PC, come join us in the Discord. Come be part of the community. Come, do some gangsta shit with us. But most importantly, come hang out at twitch.tv/MattFNSlayer. And last but not least, the thing that costs you absolutely, positively fucking nothing. Did you know there's a YouTube channel for this podcast? At youtube.com/andnowwedrink, there are clips upon clips upon clips, newer video versions, all on the YouTube. And subscribing to the YouTube costs nothing. We are on the precipice of being able to attempt to monetize on YouTube again. So come subscribe. Tell your friends to come subscribe. And maybe, just maybe, YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, will let me earn pennies for the views of my videos. One could hope, right? So that's at youtube.com/andnowwedrink. Let's get on with it, shall we? My guest this week is comedian Roger Smith, the other half of Big Chillin Comedy. Roger and I talk about all sorts of crazy shit. Relationships, a couple tasteful presidential impersonations, politics, race relations in the world, the U.S., travel. We had a goddamn blast. And you could be on the lookout for Big Chillin's podcast that's going to be coming out real soon that Roger's launching. But in the meantime, sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, drinking buddies. What's going on, Roger?
What's going on?
Well, apparently we were just trying to avoid actually getting canceled with the conversation we were having just before we got on mic.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh yeah, we're just going to candidly talk about racism and tipping before we start this comedy podcast.
That's any indication of how this is going to go. We're both done. We're done for.
It's a race to see who gets done first.
Okay. I'm going to say you because you got a bigger following, so it'll definitely be you.
Well, time will tell. You never know how those things are going to flip. I don't get up on stage, so you can get exposed to more people. I have to be like, please listen to the podcast, please.
Do you feel like you're annoying people when you tell them about your podcast?
Yeah, I don't care though.
Yeah. You have to. Like it's that's the age we live in. You have to be in everybody's face at all times, or you don't exist.
Oh, 100%. I learned that fucking firsthand because during the pandemic I started Twitch streaming, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to someone's Twitch and give them $2.50 for nothing. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. But the rub is you have to fucking resubscribe every month.
Really? So I have Amazon Prime, so I could go into your thing and it would give you $2.50 and it'd be nothing for me.
Correct.
But I'd have to. That's where you lose me. I'm not setting a reminder to give you $2.
Right, and that's the thing. Yeah. That's where I lost a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like, oh, this literally costs you nothing but 30 seconds to click resubscribe. And if I was not constantly in people's face, be like, yo, resubscribe. Yo, resubscribe. Shit would just completely fall off. Damn. So it's only worse with fucking like other shit.
You can do it as part of your sign off though. Like, don't forget to resubscribe to.
Oh no, it's in the pre-roll of every fucking episode.
Okay.
I'm on this shit.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna give you my $250.
Oh, I appreciate that.
You got to do it afterwards. I don't know how to do it.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I will happily walk you through it to make $2.50. Done and done.
I'll set a reminder on my phone to resubscribe just for you.
Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And to think you said niggas don't tip before we started.
Well, I did not say that. I definitely did not say that. I'm not going out like Rogan.
I made that up. Okay.
Definitely not going out like Rogan. I pride myself that you cannot go through my back catalog and find any actual mention of the N-word. I could say, I'll say the N-word, but
not the actual word.
Not even with an A or a hard ER. No, just not.
Yeah, you don't want to split those hairs. This doesn't matter.
No,
it does not matter.
We'll put the color test up to my skin. Like, nope.
He does not pass.
Does not pass. You a little Spanish? Nope. Oh, nope, not at all.
Definitely not.
Cypress Hill at least was able to get away with that shit in the 90s.
Yeah. Mexicans are able to get away with it still today. You know, it just is what it is. But any type of white guy now.
Nah.
Like mixed guys is kind of iffy. Like Drake was having a bit of trouble with it.
Do you think that's more of his skin color or because he's Canadian?
I think he gets away with it because of his skin color. And like his dad is from Tennessee, and like we know Drake's dad's pretty black because he ran out on him. But like I feel like I don't know, like he does have a very Canadian like side of him too. Like he was raised by a white woman, but once you're in, you're in. It's for life.
It's kind of like Obama doing the fist bump at fucking Roscoe's.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. There's a clip online of Obama saying the N-word when he was talking about something. Like, he, not with the A, like he was like referencing somebody in the 60s using it, but it was a big scandal on Fox News. They're like, the president said the N-word. And it's like, you really think he was the first one?
Yeah. You think that's the first time?
Yeah, exactly.
Obama's from Chicago.
Yeah. South Side?
Yeah.
That's the same side of Chicago Kanye's from.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some hard ERs that came out of Obama's mouth a couple times.
Yeah, man.
That would be an amazing impression that I'm not going to try to do, but someone should key and peel like.
I don't know how you should do a Barack Obama impersonation. It's you talk like this and you in your sentences. Are you going up? Like, I'm sick of those niggers across the street. They're doing way too much. I can't have it.
Yeah,
fuck Trump.
There we go. Done. That was fucking amazing.
That's it.
That was fun.
Is that going to get me canceled? I wonder if that'll get me canceled 10 years from now.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting. We'll see.
I think that one might be worth it. I don't know. That might get you cast somewhere too.
I might live to regret it, but fuck it. It is what it is.
Cheers to that.
And now we drink. I love this.
Oh.
Delicious.
I think that is a first for the show. I think that is the first time anyone has ever done a presidential impersonation on this show.
While dropping the N-bomb, that's nice.
Oh, definitely. Dropping the N-bomb. We have a bunch of white folks on here for the most part.
Okay. All right. You guys are welcome.
So,
I
would definitely be like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, making me uncomfortable here.
That's what I strive for.
Oh, not you.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I love talking about race on stage. Like, not like I don't like going on stage and be like white people are evil because I feel like every black comic does that.
But we are.
But I mean, yeah, but we already know it. So,
but it's the rich white folk. Us, kind of broke white folk. We're just dumb.
Classism, not really racism anymore. You know. But they use it to divide us. But I was thinking the other day because like you can't say anything anymore. Like freedom of speech is completely under attack. So it's like. It's almost to the point where we're going to have to let white people start saying the N-word again. Almost, because we lost the R word. We lost the F word.
Oh, I definitely said retard on like a podcast ago. I'll still fucking say if it's not said with malice, I don't care.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying I want to let white guys say the N-word. Don't get that wrong.
Please don't.
Let me clear that up for the person that's going back to look through this in 10 years. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just like, at what point do we stop taking speech away from people? You know?
That's a good point to stop. Mm-hmm. That N-word line is a pretty good one.
This is right here. That's where.
That's the wall we should build.
Build that wall.
Build that wall. That's the one.
Free wall. That's it right there.
Yeah.
You think Trump's getting reelected?
Yeah. Well, hopefully he drops dead before then. But
definitely a yes. That was
yeah.
I can see it.
I can too. I'm just hoping he fucking drops dead before then.
That would be. I don't want to.
He's like 78 or some shit.
Yeah, but this guy's like running off pure evil. Like he cannot. Like I feel like he really will try to be king if he gets reelected. Like, and they might let him do it.
Oh yeah,
he'd be the next Putin.
Why? Why did we have to find the most incompetent white person to?
It's crazy the blind following that he has too. That shit is insane.
Well, I meant Biden's pretty the most incompetent white person. At least we were entertained by Trump.
Yeah. And Kamala Harris is terrible. I don't know. Let's not talk about politics. I just don't like any of them. I'm not a hardcore Democrat or Republican.
Well, no, yeah. And no one should be. Yeah. No one should be blindly following. Oh, cause my party. Like, no, that's dumb.
That's dumb as hell. Like people forget that the Democrats were the ones that owned the slaves. It's like what the fuck? Like that. They're both evil. Yeah. They're both fucking shit.
Well, and it's back to what you said with the class war. Everyone is there to support the upper class.
Yes. They're all there for the billionaires, the donors that pay both sides and do whatever the hell they want.
Allow them to continue to have their power and freedoms.
Exactly. Do you hate Elon Musk? Are you one of those?
I'm not particularly a big fan of the man.
I think he's dope.
The problem with Elon is shit like, oh, hey, Tesla employees need to go back to work in the middle of the pandemic. Shit like that.
Yeah, that's a billionaire move.
Right, exactly.
He doesn't care about the average person.
I can't support him because he's a billionaire. I mean, I don't know the man.
But SpaceX.
Yeah, or on the flip side, how about the Boring Company? Hey, let's make inefficient subways. My whole job is to get government funding to make inefficient subways that run on my cars I sell. Come on.
He's the richest. He's going to be a trillionaire before we're dead. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and his fucking children are math problems. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You're not supposed to, name your have your passwords be, names that are easy to guess. I wonder if it's like, I'm going to just name my kids my passwords instead of the other way around.
Password. I still don't know his kid's name. Like, I can recognize it kind of, but I don't know it. XAEL. I don't fucking know numbers. It's such a rich white guy thing to do, to name your kid something that stupid. Like, usually celebrities take the cake with like naming their kid something like, Afterbirth or whatever the fuck they want to name it. But like, you can't even pronounce that.
Yeah. What are you going to call that kid when you grow up? Or, I feel so bad for that kid the first time it starts having sex. Like, having someone try to call out your name during, like,
yeah. Did you Mr. Musk? Is that what? I don't know. I'm sick of him.
Was he Mr. Grimes? Did he?
You made me hate Elon Musk. I started off pro Elon. But yeah,
don't worry. By the end of this, you'll hate all the billionaires. All of them. Yeah,
Kanye did a good job making me hate him. Like he was like stalking Kim Kardashian, like he was dressed as a bush, like standing outside of the house. It's like, anybody else does this, you're going directly to jail for like 15 years. It's Kanye.
Well, and the best part is, I've seen the sex tape. It didn't look like that ass was worth that.
Nah, it wasn't. It was the worst sex tape. The whole thing had Ray J talking in them. Like, what the fuck is this? Stop promoting your album and get back to the woman, please.
Right.
You. But yeah, and somehow or another, Kanye's allowed to stalk bitches now because he's a billionaire. Perks.
We're about to get another round of crazy tweets out of Kanye, right?
Oh, 100%.
Well, no. They're sending Pete up to the fucking into space.
Oh, they are?
Pete Davidson's going to be on one of the fucking like a SpaceX flight.
Wow.
So, Kanye's going to be mad about that shit too.
Yeah. He might try to like shoot it down. I don't know. He's got enough money. He's like worth $6 billion.
Kanye West is like the third largest army in the
and he's running, and he tried to run for president in 2020. And like, we got to stop these cycles for trying to run for president. Like, he might actually win. Like, it's a real possibility now. Yeah.
I know. It was one of those things like, what do you even run him on? What is your platform, Kanye? Bad fucking church breakfast? Because I heard about like his whole tax shelter to fucking, and the food was horrible for those.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh yeah.
I heard he was running on a birthday party, which is kind of hilarious, but it's like dangerously hilarious because that's just funny enough for him to win.
Yeah. He's famous enough, and that's funny enough that it was.
Yeah. So
yeah, those breakfasts were supposedly horrible for his Sunday
service.
Yeah, like we'll put this in.
Oh wow. That's worse than McDonald's breakfast.
Right. The Big Breakfast Deluxe is better than that.
Way better. And how much is he charging for that?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
He gets away with that though. Like, he does super simplistic things and charges ridiculous amounts of money and gets paid for it. Like, his new album, he put out on an MP3 player. That's $200. Did you hear about that shit?
No, I didn't.
Like, it's not going to be released on like Apple Music, Spotify, or anything. It's just going to be released strictly to his stream player.
On Tidal?
Yeah, no, just straight to an MP3 player. Like, you have to buy this $200 MP3 player to hear Donda 2. And people are like, "Oh, we won. We beat the industry." Like, who the fuck is buying that?
People are buying it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's already sold like 1 million of them, I think.
So the seats for the Sunday service cost anywhere between $75 to $350. And that's the breakfast you get.
That's appalling. That is appalling. I went to see Jesus is King, like his concert that he did. But I was in the nosebleeds. It was pretty cool. He did a bunch of old songs. Like, he did I'm on a New Level, like, by A$AP Ferg. And like that choir was singing. It's like that was kind of gangster. That was pretty dope. It's like, yeah, he's dope enough to get away with a lot of the shit he does.
It's amazing what America will forgive if you're just a little dope enough.
I got to get doper.
Right?
That's what I'm
So they can forgive this podcast in 10 years.
Yeah, so when I'm canceled, but hey, I'm dope now. You can't cancel me.
Right. It's just a temporary cancellation.
Yeah. And then you run for president, everybody forgives you. Yeah, people are actually polling, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's polling extremely well for president too.
Oh, I'd vote for him. I'm not sure I should, but I'd vote for him.
That's the thing. Like, no, what the fuck does he know about foreign policy?
What the fuck did Trump know about it?
Absolutely nothing. Like,
honestly, the problem with America and running for fucking president is the job pays $400,000.
Yeah.
Who worth their shit is going to do that job for $400,000?
Yeah, absolutely not.
That shit aged Obama like 20 years in 8 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and $400,000.
Yeah,
and you get these billionaires. Like, of course they're going to pay you off. It makes it's ridiculous. Like, the Russian presidency pays 100,000 rubles, 150,000 rubles, or whatever the fuck their currency is.
I think I'm worth more than that.
Probably.
Well, right now rubles are worth like
they're worth shit now.
Worth less than a fucking penny.
But Vladimir Putin's worth like $200 billion. Let me not say anything about him. I don't want to. I don't want to.
Like, you don't want a case of the hackers.
I don't want any smoke. I don't want any of that.
I am worth more than 150,000 rubles. Nice. It is $1,300 and 1371.42.
Yow. That's in US dollars.
I just did the conversion.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Well, it tanked a little bit, but
oh yeah, okay, yeah, it did.
But still,
that's insane.
Like, less than walking around money per year.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to go to Russia, man. You can have a good time for not much money.
I'm good. I heard they're really racist over there.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, they like Michael Jackson, but that nigga doesn't count.
Yeah, I can imagine Eastern Europe probably not the
spot to be.
Yeah, it's crazy that like the places that had slaves now have been so integrated that like there's less racism. I can't say there's no racism in Europe, but there's definitely less. Like, black people, Jamaicans, and stuff like that in the UK are very commonplace. France, very commonplace.
Yeah.
Eastern Europe's like, yeah, we never had slaves, so
nope. Yeah, still don't like you. It's wild. That's really wild. But I guess they had to overcompensate for like, being that horrible for that many years. So
yeah, it's still not quite done yet.
Yeah, not done. Not done yet. Not done yet. Racism is rearing its ugly head again.
That's the one thing I do not look forward to. Well, there's many things I don't look forward to if Trump re-wins. But like racists just being out and proud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Racism got real bold like when he won the first time.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's only gonna get worse the second time around.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like Facebook is the worst place to be when Trump's president. Do you still use Facebook?
Unfortunately, I gotta promote shit.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah. Speaking of like promoting shit, like I post videos on Instagram, like on my stories and stuff. And like I was doing this bit today about like how gas is so fucking high. Like I was driving past this gas station and they put the numbers up with the actual like the old things they used to use, but they ran out of 5, so they had upside down 2s on the thing. And I was like, gas is so high they ran out of 5s. And this guy gets in my DMs like, well, you can blame Biden for that and blah blah blah. I was like, dude, get the fuck out of my DM. Every time I post something, he brings it back to fuck Biden and why Trump should be president again. And he's a guy from back home that's always on Facebook ranting.
You do know the oil companies are private industry and they get to set their own fucking prices.
Yeah, that's what, because that was actually the joke. I was like, you can't blame Biden, you can't blame Trump, but there's no face of this private industry. So who do we say fuck that guy? And he was like, well, so you fuck Biden.
ExxonMobil. How about fuck ExxonMobil?
How about that?
They still haven't cleaned up from the fucking tanker, the Exxon Valdez fucking sinking.
Oh yeah,
that environmental disaster was like, oh, we forgot about that shit.
That's all they do. They have an environmental disaster every fucking 5 years or so, like the oil spill.
Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico with BP. Yeah. I'm sure that's not cleaned up.
Oh, definitely not. That is fucking horrible.
But we forgot about it.
Oh, all about it. It's gone.
Yeah, it's cool. Let's go down in Biloxi, Mississippi, and go dive in the Gulf real quick.
Fuck that. You know who should be president again? Bush. Fuck it. Last time gas got this high, Bush was in office. Iraq, gas went down. That's all I'm saying.
He went and got some freedom for us.
Yeah. So where is Saddam Hussein with the weapons of mass destruction when you need them?
See, all we just gotta do is like, yo, Saudis, pump out some fucking oil, or we're turning off the goddamn taps.
Mm-hmm. We need you to be president. Actually, that's what I'm starting to realize. Actually, Matt for president.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
That made you grab a drink.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
And the worst part about Trump's presidency is before he got elected, like, I kind of want to like this guy. He fucks porn stars. He wants a space force. These are things I'm behind.
Yeah, that's dope. The Space Force was dope. I was all on board for that shit.
But it's like, oh man, you come with all this fucking horrible baggage. You're just a horrible person.
Yeah, pretty bad. Like apparently, like somebody knew he lost the election, and like he was like in the room, one of the people that was in the room with him, like but couldn't stop him. He was like, "What's the worst that could happen if I say it was stolen?" It was like, "Well, you could, fuck the whole country up." He's like, "Let's do it." Just went with it.
Yeah, I'm amazed he even asked what could happen.
Yeah,
surprised he's just like, "Let's do it."
Yeah, I'm like, that's the thing. I don't think he's actually dumb. Like he's a evil genius. That's the worst part about it. Like I feel like a lot of these moves are more calculated than people think they are.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a fucking speed junkie who just is teetering between World War III and writing a script.
Mm-hmm. The fire and fury that the world's never seen to North Korea, that threat.
Yeah.
Like, oh, relax. I don't want to see that.
He is that guy who's going to just send you angry texts at 3:00 in the morning because he's on one. And then the next day be like, everything's cool.
Everything's straight. Yep.
Yeah. Sobered up. Everything's fine.
Yeah. So
he allegedly has a massive fucking pill problem.
I had no idea that.
Oh, yeah. He's been allegedly, please don't sue me. He's very litigious, and I will lose just because I can't show up to court enough.
He'll wrap you up in litigation until you can't afford it anymore.
That's the first time when I show up to court. Like,
the story is he's addicted to pills.
Yeah, they've been writing him scripts for fucking speed essentially for years.
That makes sense.
It explains so much, doesn't it?
He sleeps like 4 hours a day. Like, that's what they say. And he'd be up at 3 a.m, like threatening Iran. That
wasn't a good Google search. I Googled Donald Trump pills, and apparently, police issue warning about Donald Trump shaped ecstasy pills.
That's party, baby.
I'm not sure I want to put anything with Donald Trump's face on it inside me.
I don't want to put anything with Donald Trump, anything on it inside.
No.
I was at the Trump Taj Mahal in 2014 before he like revealed to the world who he really was when he ran for president.
Are you talking about like AC?
In Atlantic City before like the city
that
shut down.
Place. Oh.
I should have known he was having money trouble then because like we were checking out and they were like, you guys can like, if you want, you can buy the bed frame, you can buy the mattress. So I was like, who the fuck would want to buy a mattress from a hotel
in AC of all places?
That's disgusting. But they were trying to sell them for like $150 for the mattress or for the bed frame and some shit. Like they just added to your bill and let you take it. It was right before it shut down.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Can I take the slot machine with me?
Well, yeah. Apparently, like that place was never made money.
Right. How good of a businessman are you when you fail in the casino business?
Yeah, it was like $1 billion, and they told him from the beginning like there was like no way you'd ever make money. He's like, I don't care, we're gonna do it.
But how do you not make money in the casino business? How?
Yeah. Like all people do is give you their money,
right? And
you don't give them anything back. That's the best business ever.
100%. I know AC fucking blows, but
yeah, AC got way worse too.
But I was there once, and it was it had to be 2012. I was there for the first and last Exotica, Atlantic City.
Exotica? I thought you were gonna say Joe Exotic.
No. It was a porn convention.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's what Exotic. I knew I recognized that name, but I didn't know where from, and that's exactly it. Yep.
First and last time they held it in AC. I actually was at the Taj Mahal, and I was just like, how is this place a shithole and more expensive than Vegas?
Yeah, it made no sense. And like, I don't know where you came to Atlantic City from, but like, there's no like street to travel in, or you got to go through neighborhoods and shit to get there.
I flew into Philly and then rented a car.
Yeah. So you got the experience of driving up. You driving through these small little neighborhoods, and like it's just not conventional.
I made the mistake of also walking off the boardwalk back to my hotel at like 5:00 in the morning.
Oh, you tried to get robbed?
I didn't get robbed, thankfully, but it was one of those things where like I was at some bar on the boardwalk. I was staying on a fucking like Marriott off boardwalk, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna walk back. It's only a couple blocks. I stepped onto the block. I'm like, this is not a block I should be on. Like, I'm from Chicago. I can recognize blocks I should not be on.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm like, this is okay. I'm just gonna walk fast.
Yeah.
And as I'm walking down the block, some dude yells from his stoop, "Yo, man, you want some smoke?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm good." And normally, you tell a drug dealer, "I'm cool."
They leave you the fuck alone.
Like, fuck you, motherfucker! I'll fucking kill you! Like, whoo! Like, holy shit!
You should have just bought some smoke.
I'm like, damn, man, you have made me reevaluate my position. I definitely want some smoke now that you have fucking threatened my life. Oh my God, that is the best sales pitch I've ever heard.
That's a great business strategy right there. I will beat your ass. All right, yeah, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'm in. No, I just fucking hustled on the block. Some poor bastard, because I was a little drunk, like cut on the block in front of me. I'm like, did this motherfucker send somebody to cut me off? And I started charging the dude. That dude, like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, nope, he's not with him. Just kind of went around him.
That guy's got a fucking story to tell.
Well, he's like, I was on the wrong block, and this white dude just started charging at me.
White guy came out of nowhere.
Because I was at an official after party before I was at the bar, so I'm in like a button-up shirt, like I was in a club. Like I'm dressed like a douchebag.
Oh yeah, I forgot the little dress code that they have. Up there. Yeah.
So I'm like in slacks, like in a button-down shirt. I'm not just like dressed like a scumbag metalhead.
Yeah.
So it's just like some like fucking douchebag white guy just almost jacked me.
Did he take off running or like?
He was just kind of like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, he was stunned. He was stunned, like froze.
Yeah. Well, you go down a bad block in AC, you're not expecting some dude who just looked like he left out of the club running at you.
Yeah, that's horrifying. He's never coming back to Atlantic City. He's never been back.
Well, that'd be even worse than like that's his neighborhood and like he lives in the hood and he's just like, what the fuck?
What the fuck happened?
Why'd that white boy run at me like anger in his eye? Like, because I wasn't running out of fear. I was running like, well, if it's going to be a thing, it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, 100%.
First and last time in my life I've ever had a drug dealer threaten me because I didn't want to buy shit.
Yeah, that's really strange. That's the worst drug dealer of all time, honestly. Atlantic City's filled with like crazy shit going on. It's probably even worse now because they lost all that business, so it's like going through a depression or whatever. That's got to be terrible. Like I was there, and I was there with 3 females. One was dating my roommate at the time, and the 2 others were single. Like, you know, Atlantic City, they stay open till like 5 a.m. So like we're out, it's like 3 a.m. Like me and the girl I'm talking to, like, oh, we're tired, we'll go back to the room. So we go back, and like the girl that stays is the one that's dating my roommate. She's like, oh, okay, fine. So she stays, she goes home with this dude, and you know, sleeps with him, cheats on my roommate, it's fine. I'm like, okay. I guess
Did she in like the next morning be like, yo, keep that cool?
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna snitch on you, but all right, cool. But like, so she stayed with the dude or whatever, and then like, she's knocking on the door like 7 a.m, right? And she's like, oh my God, she's crying hysterically. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? She got robbed. Something crazy happened. Like, what happened? So I wake up, I'm all angry. I'm like, yo, what's up? She's like, I went home with that dude, and like while we were having sex, his roommate walked in and he said, can I join? And I said, sure. And he joined, and then afterwards, they said, get the fuck out, bitch, and gave each other high fives until I left. I was like, oh, I'm going back to bed. Like,
right.
Hey, what the fuck? Like, you had a boyfriend the whole time. It's Atlantic City. It just brings the worst out in people.
Okay. What's your point? Why are you waking me up for this?
It's 7 a.m. I didn't go to sleep till 3, so I was like,
Right. Like,
this is your fault.
Clean yourself up. You want to go with the girl I got here? Like, we going for another threesome? Like, why are you here?
Yeah. You let him. I don't know. I don't know what she expected to happen from that.
I mean, maybe she was going for round 2.
Yeah. Well, I got kicked out.
Well, I'm saying with you, she's just like, it's supposed to scratch. Like, you already know what's up. So, I'm just going to make this weekend crazy.
Oh yeah, but I never told on her. I was like, all right. Well, me and the guy that my roommate, we weren't like super close. I was like, I moved in through her. Like her and I worked together. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay the fuck out of it.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure I would divulge that, but it's like, that might fuck with the rent later on. Like, I'm not gonna be homeless because you tripped and fell on a dick.
Yeah. Now, I ended up moving up out of there. I wasn't on the lease either, so like if he would have like got mad and got everybody kicked out, I'd have been fine. I'd have been able to get out without.
Yeah, but still having to fucking move last minute sucks, especially because you didn't cheat.
Yeah, I didn't fucking let 2 dudes bang me in AC,
right?
Like, but she did, and she's crying like, "Oh, I'm gonna go beat him up or something." Like, no, but I don't want to tell him because then I'm a snitch. You know,
it's a bad situation. Like,
yeah,
I literally should have been like, I went home with the slam. La 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 la. I didn't.
Oh, shit. But like when she was telling the story, like she was crying so much, I was like, something crazy happened. And then when she told me that, I was like, oh, I wish I didn't listen to this. Ugh.
Like, don't tell me. Tell anyone else.
Tell anybody else. And then the girl I was like, yeah, that's her fault. And I was like, yeah, that's what it is.
It is.
Like, my roommate was a cop. So I was like, I don't want to tell. This guy's armed. I don't know what the fuck.
Fuck no.
A white cop, Mom. I'm not getting shot for this.
Yeah, but if he had found out and he knew you knew, that's real bad.
Yeah.
Oh, this black man was trying to break into my house.
the black man that lives here is trying to break into my house.
You weren't on the lease.
Yeah, that's fair. Wow. Yeah,
I don't know how all his stuff got in here, but
I don't know how all these pictures of his family got in here. But this guy was trying to break in. And yeah.
He probably would have got off.
Definitely would have got off. And in Eastern Shore, Maryland, oh yeah. Got off. He would have got off. Yeah, well, he knows now, but it wasn't my fault.
Now you can't go back to Maryland. Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Not Maryland.
Eastern Shore of Maryland. No. I love Maryland. Shout out to Maryland. Actually, let me shout out this guy, Greg. That's my actually cut that. Shout out Greg. I don't want to put his last name on.
His badge number is
he's my coworker. He told me to give him a shout out.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do. And I always forget, so I wanted to shout him out. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were shouting out your ex-roommate.
No, definitely not.
Shout out Officer Greg. Badge number
632. No, definitely not him. He's a pretty good dude. Like, it was sad because and like once I saw her, like once she knew I wasn't going to tell on her for cheating, she cheated all the time, like in the open. Like now I became like an accomplice, and I was like,
Yeah, she was trying to get you shot.
Yeah, I was like, why? And she just kept doing it, and like, I guess mama ain't raised no snitch, so I just got to be quiet.
She did you wrong.
She did me dirty.
Dirty.
Just used the black code against me.
She didn't even break you off a piece? Like,
nah, ain't give me none.
Yeah.
Didn't give me anything. And she wasn't the best looking either, so it wasn't like I was hurt.
A couple drinks,
Exactly. I drank to that.
I mean, as Dane Cook once said, we've all stuck our dick in a bucket of yuck before. It's happened.
It's definitely happened. It has definitely happened.
There's not a man alive who hasn't stuck their dick in someone they're not particularly proud of.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
Except for those poor incels out there that can't even get that.
Oh, the guys on YouTube, the MGTOW movement and all that stuff. Have you heard of that? Just men go their own way. MGTOW, MGTOW. And it's basically dudes just like not like swearing off pussy for the rest of their life. Because they're like, well, women, they're gold diggers and we don't want to be with gold diggers. I want a woman to love me for me. It's like, dude, just buy some pussy or something. Like,
right?
Like,
it's really affordable in third world countries.
It is. And I mean, it depends on where you go. I wouldn't recommend going to Thailand unless you're in that type of thing. But
well, I mean, getting to Thailand's not cheap. It's relatively cheap, but yeah, you could just go to Mexico.
That's true. We do live right on the border too. Like Tijuana, apparently.
TJ is full of brothels.
Yeah, that's the place to be if you're looking for that. But like they swear off women like up and down. Like the women are the worst thing that ever happened to the planet. And it's like women are sex objects, and they don't. It's crazy. Like the shit is on YouTube. You should. Well, I would say you should check it out because
I'll check it out for the bit.
Yes, but it's nothing. It's
not an ideology. It's amazing that like that hate speech flies, but heaven forbid you're like fuck Whitey and it'd be like, gone.
Oh yeah, you're done.
You're
done. So, but yeah, they fucking hate women. And then there's also this other side of YouTube. It's just like the red pill side of YouTube. There's like a whole bunch of dudes like giving dating advice. Some of the guys are actually guys that I can see, okay, like you clearly get a lot of women, but a lot of the guys, like I get more pussy than you, so how are you going to tell me how to get women? And it's sad. It's because they're hustling people. Like they're like, take my course, and in these 12 courses that are $100 each, I'll teach you how to get women.
Does it involve wearing stupid ass hats? Do you remember that shit?
Is that the pickup artist? Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Peacocking, you got to wear a dumbass hat.
Yeah, it's so wild, and people pay them. Like they're getting paid for this. It's crazy.
Yeah, do you know how a real easy way to meet women? Have a personality.
Yeah.
Have something to fucking offer.
Yeah, walk up to her and say hello. Try that one.
Like she's a person. Oh my god,
that's mind blowing, right?
She's a person with agency
that speaks English.
Maybe
or not.
Right? I'm not discriminating if she can't speak English. We'll figure it out. Google Translate works offline.
It does. That is insane. Now you can have full conversation with people like that.
Oh yeah, I've done it in other countries. I've literally been like, I don't speak much Spanish. I was in Colombia, like holding the Google Translate up to people, having them talking to them. Oh, okay, that's what you're saying, girl. Cool.
Have you? So you've been to Colombia?
Oh, I have.
Is it crazy there?
Bogota was a good time.
Bogota.
It was much different than I was expecting. I didn't really have much in the way of expectations, but it was a good fucking time.
Was it overtly violent? Because that's the stereotype of it.
No, but you could definitely tell this is a country that saw some shit recently.
Oh, okay. So it's got an undertone, like shit can go down.
Definitely an undertone, like shit can go down. Plus the police presence, like, you know, in the States, like, you know, police are like, you may have an unmarked car. You may have like cops that are not easily identifiable. The cops are in like fucking glowing, like green fucking jackets on motorcycles, like everywhere. Okay. They're like, they want you to know, like, oh no, there are police here. They're everywhere.
Yeah. And you can get fucked up.
Yeah. And then because it's the nation's capital, if you get anywhere near around like the Supreme Court, the Capitol buildings, there are just armed checkpoints with dudes with fucking AKs.
Damn. Okay.
Like they don't stop you and check papers, but like if you're just walking the area because the beautiful buildings and shit like that, there are just military checkpoints of like dudes just like, yo,
try it.
Yeah. And when we booked our Airbnb, we're like, all right, let's look at the crime rates a little bit. Let's pick the neighborhood that's higher in robberies, lower in murders.
That's probably smart. Okay, I can see that.
So we thought. Turns out the neighborhood that's higher than murders and lower in robberies is actually the really rich neighborhood because armed security just kills people.
Oh, wouldn't have put that together?
No, we didn't put that until we were in there. Like, hey, wasn't this the other neighborhood we were looking at? This is really nice.
Wow.
Oh, there's a dude in just a fucking ski mask with an AK in front of an apartment building. Got it.
There's the murderer.
Right. Technically, that guy's a murderer when you try to fucking rob that joint.
Okay. Oh, okay. That is brilliant. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never been to Colombia. I was always kind of terrified to go to Colombia.
Oh, it was one of those things where like a lot of people were like, what the fuck are you doing going to Colombia? Like, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't even get to catch that level of shit when I went to South Africa.
Oh, yeah. South Africa's pretty nice. I haven't been.
South Africa's much more violent.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought South Africa was like basically America down like
fuck no.
South.
Fuck no, it's not.
That was beautiful.
I mean, it is to a degree. There are gun stores. You can buy guns pretty easily.
Yeah, and you can get shot and robbed way more quickly.
It's the only place I've ever had any sort of crime committed against me internationally.
What happened?
I got pickpocketed. Nothing major.
Oh, pickpocket. That's not bad.
The audience has heard the story multiple times, but like I was just out drinking. I know exactly who pickpocketed me. Like I was just dressed like an asshole. I was wearing black leather cowboy boots in fucking South Africa.
So you were asking for it, basically.
Yeah. No. It's like I was wearing my short skirt essentially.
I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm not going to make the joke.
Like mine's, huh? Dude rolls up to me while I was at the patio of the bar. He's like, oh man, nice boots. And the panhandlers down there are mad aggressive. So I thought, dude's just paying. Yo, man, I ain't got shit for you. And security runs him off. The locals I had just met where I was drinking with, like, you got to watch out, man. They'll steal your phone. I'm like, thanks for telling me now.
Yeah, after he's got your phone.
Thankfully, he got my mobile Wi-Fi because this is 2015, so no international data plan. I had to buy a mobile Wi-Fi in country.
Okay, that's good. So
I replaced it for $30. Like in the grand scheme, it's like my phone was in the breast pocket of my leather that I just put on some girl I had just met. See, that's how you meet women.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she looked a little cold. I gave her my coat.
Full circle right there. I like that. That's a good callback.
Yeah. See, I'm in another country. I'm trying to close.
Always be closing. ABC.
Right. I almost chased after that dude too, which would have probably been the end of my life.
That would have been. Yeah, you got to let him have it. At that point.
No. I took like 5 steps and I was like, "What am I doing?
What am I thinking? This is not."
Wanted to get a little drunk. 4 o'clock in the morning, like. Dude was like 5'4". I'm like, I could fuck.
Oh yeah, you could totally take him, but he's strapped. And then,
or I round the corner and he's got 5 friends.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's never just him. Like he's passed it off already, and you don't know where it's at that point.
And for $30, whatever.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what it is. Yeah, he probably thought it was a phone.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it felt like a phone, little plastic deal. A data left on that motherfucker.
Damn. But there's worse things that could happen.
Yeah. It's a mixture of fun story.
It does. Yeah, you could have got strangled. You could have got kidnapped.
I could have got 100 other fucking things could have gone bad down there because I was pretty fucking drunk down there.
That's the worst, to go to another country and get drunk. Because like the laws aren't the same either. There's still a chick from the WNBA stuck in Russia, like because she had a weed pen.
Don't fuck around with drugs in other countries.
Oh, at all. And China, and it was a ball player that got arrested in China, and then the one that got arrested in North Korea ended up dying because he got tortured the whole time he was there. So Not fun.
Weed is super illegal in Japan, and one of my guys.
Weed is? Mm-hmm. Oh, see, that's the thing. You're so used to it here that you feel like it's no big deal.
This was crazy because we were in Japan, and my tattooer was with us, and he knows a bunch of other Japanese tattooers. And it turns out to be a tattoo artist in Japan, you basically have to be low-level Yakuza. Mm-hmm. It's the only place you can learn how to tattoo from.
Okay.
So you got to be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
We meet up with those guys for like breakfast or some shit. And one of my idiot friends, who was just a total stoner, and without thinking about it, was like, yo, man, do you know where I can get some smoke? They're like, yeah, come back later. He rolls back through to them. They give him a dime, and they're like, take a cab. Do not get on the trains with this. If you're caught with this, say nothing, call this number. And this is over like a fucking dime bag.
Sheesh.
It was unfucking real.
I thought you were going to say he got caught. I was like, whoo.
Thankfully, no. But the fact that, like, what drug dealer in America is like, yo, here's your get out of jail free card. Call this number if you're caught with this.
Oh, yeah, you're screwed. You get caught with something, yeah.
Like, you better not roll over on me. I'll kill your family.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. A dime bag of weed. Is that illegal?
Yeah.
Legalize it.
You'd think. Especially how hard Japan drinks.
Yeah, Japan in and of itself goes crazy. Like,
you ever been?
I've never been. No.
Oh, it's so good. Fucking good.
I watched that World War II documentary on Netflix where they were like the kamikazes, like just crashing into the ships because they're like, if we're gonna lose, we're gonna take as many of you with us.
Oh yeah,
as possible. That was the most gangster shit I have ever seen.
Their society is so not half measures. They're just like, oh no, everything we're gonna do the fucking best. I don't care if you're the guy who sweeps floors or makes fucking cars. We're gonna do it the best. Yeah. Like there's just something in their society. Like if you're not gonna do anything half-assed.
My friend, like the job we work, we have a partnership with a company in Japan. He was over there and like he went to a ball game and he said after the ball game they all got up, cleaned up around them, and then threw it out and dipped. He said it was the cleanest city he's ever been to. Tokyo.
Oh, yeah. Tokyo's it's insane. It's insanely clean for a major metropolitan. Everything's fucking orderly. Mm-hmm. Like, I love it. I'm sorry, audience. I talk about this way too often. It comes up, but the minute the world reopens, I haven't been in 6 years. I'm going so fucking.
Oh yeah,
you should go.
That'd be dope. Can you do stand up comedy there? Do they speak?
Yeah,
English
there's
enough to do it.
There are definitely English mics.
Really?
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. I'd love to try that.
There's a decent expat community there too.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a shot.
You should.
My friend's getting married in the Philippines in 2024. So I don't know if I'll do it like right off of that or something. Since
why not?
Close.
Well, chances are you're probably a lot of the connection flights happen in Tokyo, like through Narita.
Cool. So then on the way back, I just stay there for a couple days.
Just take a long connection.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I haven't been to Asia or Europe. I haven't been across the ocean.
Just South America and the islands.
Never South America. Just Mexico and the islands. And Canada.
Yeah.
No, continental U.S. Continental.
Nothing wrong with that. I haven't even been to Canada.
Canada's like a cleaner version of Chicago.
I've heard Montreal's an amazing city. It was one of those things where like, Canada will always be there. I'll go other places.
Yeah. Toronto's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
What'd you get into while you were there?
This woman's vagina. It was amazing.
Just one?
Just one. I met her in the Dominican Republic when my friend was at a bachelor party. And then I flew up to Canada to kick it with her.
Is that also the furthest you've ever gone to get laid?
Yeah, I was living in Maryland at the time, so I was from Baltimore to Toronto. So it wasn't worth it. I mean, it was great, but she was like, "You should come back." I was like, "That was $400, bitch. I'm not doing it."
Like, how about you come down to Baltimore?
Yeah, that's what she was like. Nah, I don't want to. Like, okay,
girl, Fells Point's nice.
Yeah, so you've been to Baltimore?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Fells Point is amazing. I used to live in Fed Hill.
Okay.
So I'd be in Fells Point all the time. Like my friend worked at what's it called? It's called The Point, the restaurant right there on the pier.
Yep,
delicious. I got drunk there. I didn't get drunk. I was talking to this one girl, right, and she had got super drunk. We were at the bar, and like mid conversation, she was like, "Yeah, I should totally go home with you," and just passed out. Yeah, and our friends I was looking at our friends yo, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, she does this all the time. I was like, okay, well, take her with you. I don't want to be anywhere near her.
This is how I end up in jail.
Yeah, I was like, it was a white girl too. I was like, get this the fuck away from me.
I did not put shit in her drink. Get her away from me.
Get her the fuck out of here. I was like, oh no, it's fine. It happens all the time. She'll wake up in like 20 minutes. I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving.
Right. That's what we like to say is too drunk to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. I don't understand how guys do that. Like,
I've definitely had drunk sex, but there's definitely been like points where it's like, oh, Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we were past that point where, like, this is you and I having fun drunk sex. This is, you are too trash. Like,
You can't open your eyes. Yeah.
was literally hanging out with a girl. She was just between, like, nodding off and coming, like, I want to suck your dick. And then I'm like, nope.
Not happening.
Nope. I don't need you passing out on my dick. Like, nope.
Fuck that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And she passes out. And like, that's just a fear of mine because she passes out. She wakes up. She doesn't remember anything. She doesn't remember who you are. And now, like,
that's why you got
naked in your house.
That's why you got to tape the selfie right before you close. Like, yo, girl, we about to do this? Yeah, we're about to do this.
Nick Cannon was talking about doing a consent app. Like, so you unlock it on your phone and like it's like supposed to be encrypted or something like that, so you can't get in from.
Oh, I'm sure that exists for celebrities.
That definitely has to.
NDA included.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So he was talking about that. Probably already exists. Yeah, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. He's talking about it.
I mean, hell, you can get 2257 fucking paperwork as an app on your phone now. So I'm sure.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Do you know what 2257 paperwork is? The consent is the federal consent form for a model release for porn. So, like, if you film porn, you have to have 2257 paperwork with people's IDs included and all that shit to prove that they're of age to consent to porn.
Oh, okay.
But they have an app where you could just quick do that on your phone. So they definitely have a just straight, like, hookup app.
Question. So you need 2257 to shoot porn, but it's illegal to buy a prostitute. So if you did the 2257, got her ID and all that stuff, and grabbed a camera, is it still illegal?
No.
Wow.
First Amendment. Freedom of expression. We're making art.
I just found a loophole for you guys. You're welcome. There you go.
Yeah, good luck getting anyone who does full service sex work to just hand you their ID.
That's true, yeah. That's another thing, too. They could be underage. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the intent of that paperwork, like, it's post Tracy Lords that they want all that shit. Like, no. And the thing about it is, technically, by the letter of the law, if you film pornography, you have to publicly state where that record is stored, and the feds can audit it at any time. FBI can just be, we want to see all your 2257 paperwork for every fucking scene you shot.
Yeah, no, that's horrifying. I don't want to do anything where the FBI can come at any point in time and knock on my door. It's always a bad day.
Yeah, don't shoot porn.
Is that you need that for OnlyFans too?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this industry shit is crazy.
It's one of those things that hasn't been regularly enforced since, like, Bush Senior.
Yeah, but, like, if it's on the books, you want to play that by the rules.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And you'd be amazed how many, like, newbie performers are just like, oh, we're just going to do a content trade and film it and then put it, like, no.
Yeah, don't do that.
No.
I mean, I don't do porn, but I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. There's some real laws and regs that go into it.
Some real consequences that come with that shit, too.
Potentially. Well, and without the model release, 100% someone could be like, take that shit down. Mm-hmm. And you have no recourse but to take that shit down.
That explains that whole, like, big, you know how porno DVDs used to have the script that would go up every one, be the same thing. That's what that was. That's the 2257.
Yep. Oh. But it's also why, a little behind the curtain, every celebrity sex tape was consented to being released.
So this was all, yeah. So, I mean, we all knew the Kim K shit was scripted.
Yeah, but every last one of them, even if it's done after the fact before it's released, to be commercially released, there has to be 2257 paperwork.
So the Paris Hilton thing wasn't as accidental as we thought, huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was shot in the moment, and then Rick Solomon started shopping it around, and then it's one of those things where, oh, there's a lot of fucking money involved, and it's going to get leaked anyways.
Yeah. You might as well make it, because he got like $1 million off of that or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, shout out to my boy KB is the one who brokered that deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shout out KB. I got a friend named KB too. He's a DJ.
Yeah, I don't.
KB's still cooling. Shout out him too.
Yeah, every last one of those sex tapes, everyone who was involved actually consented to being released eventually.
That is insane. But I did know that Kim K studied under Paris Hilton for years, and then
she was her fucking assistant.
Yeah, and mimicked her whole career, and now she's telling people all you got to do is work to get off your fucking ass and get some shit done.
Did you see the fucking post for like one of the people who used to work on Kim K's app responded to that like, bitch, when you're talking about just work, I made like next to no money and was punished when I had to take personal days off when my car wouldn't make it to the office.
Damn. That's the days that Kim K and Beyonce have, like they just have photo shoots all day long, and that's their work. I mean, Beyonce goes to the studio and stuff, but Kim K really, especially, she just has photo shoots and like does press runs and shit. But
yeah, makes appearances.
Yeah, but what is her talent? Like we've yet to figure it out.
Marketing is her fucking talent.
That's definitely it. Marketing. Reggie Bush, sucking black dick too. That's got to be on there too. And
hey, whatever makes her happy.
Yeah, whatever floats your boat. Is Pete Davidson's part black? Do you know?
Nah, I think he is just goofy looking white boy.
Oh wow, that's good for her.
Good
for him, actually.
Good for him. He's been with Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande. Like,
yeah, like dude, ugly dudes are winning.
I know.
Holy shit!
I just need to get skinnier. Like, I need to be a skinny ugly dude. The fat ugly dude's day has not come yet.
I think the problem you'd have if you lost weight, you wouldn't be ugly. Like you don't look like ugly. You wouldn't be ugly. You'd be an okay looking dude. So
he's like, you're ugly now.
You're ugly. Yeah, you're hideous now. But if you lost the weight, you'd be good looking and you wouldn't get laid. So just stay fat. Fuck it.
We'll just stay with fat and funny. It's worked for some people. I just gotta get funnier. Fuck. Thank you, Roger. Thank you.
So what have you been up to? What do you do?
I mean, you're looking at what I do.
Okay.
I do this fucking loud shit.
This is dope.
Well, I appreciate it. But back to what you're doing. People know about what I'm doing. My audience hears about my bullshit all the fucking time. Yeah. You could fucking running a mic and doing comedy too. Like we haven't even touched on.
Yeah, we've been talking racism, presidential shit. Kim K.
I mean, we've been doing comedy, but we haven't been talking about your comedy.
Yeah, no, I do stand up. We run an open mic, right? Like, because during the pandemic, everything shut down. So we broke the rules and had people gather and did some open mics in backyards and
How many people did you kill?
I'm gonna say 0. I'm gonna go with 0. How would I know? But knock on wood. But like,
it was the unfunny ones that died.
Yeah, exactly. We kept it as safe as we could. Like people wore masks, we were outside and stuff like that. But like the hustle had to keep going. Like people had to get on stage and get their stage time. So we've been running shows. And so we got a show coming up on June 6th, and that's 2022. June 6th in where is it? Sherman Oaks at the Oaks Tavern. So I'll send you the details about it.
Yeah, I'll roll through.
But so we just been hitting it hard. Like we do it Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So we're constantly having people come through and just working on the craft, and it's forcing us to like continue to write too. So it's been really beneficial, and it's helped me meet so many people in LA. There's a bunch of people that are like a bunch of dope people that do comedy out here that you can really like. That's how I met Corey, was through the like I don't know if they know who Corey is.
Corey's been on the show. Like, Corey is the poor bastard who lives with me. He's like, I live in a podcast studio.
Corey's like hiding in his room right now.
Yeah, he's like, I got to pay rent on this fucking podcast studio. This is bullshit. Why did I agree with this?
Why did I agree to this horse shit?
Right? It's like, oh, this is a dope apartment. Oh, now that I moved in, it's just a podcast studio and I have a room in it. Great.
That's the thing in LA though. Like you have to like do what you want to do. You have to do it from your house. Like that's where we do the fucking mic, is from our house. Like that's where it started. It just is what it is. We do like we painted our own studio with the garage and everything. We ended up moving out of that house, but like everything we did was right out of the house. It's like you just got to push the dream.
You have to. No one fucking moved here just to fucking move here.
Exactly. And if you don't make it work with what you got, it's never going to happen.
Nope.
So kudos to you for this. This is dope.
Thank
and
you.
It looks way less shitty on camera. Like here, horrible. It looks absolutely awful. But on camera, I'm like, this is nice.
Well, you are the first guest to tell me the truth, apparently, because everyone else is like, man, you live in a much nicer place than I expected you to.
This is a nice place. It is a nice place. I'm just saying, like, I didn't expect it to be in the house actually, but yeah.
Where'd you expect it?
I don't know. It looks so good. It's like maybe he has a studio somewhere. I don't know.
Camera angles and lighting. It's magic.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
So what is the plan for your comedy? Are you planning to like get on the road? What are you trying to do?
Right now, I definitely want to get on the road. I want to see what it's like to tour and go different places and try cities other than LA. Because to be honest, LA is like super nice. Like people are really soft and easily offended here. So some of like the jokes that I really want to try, they bomb. So I can't use them because I can't figure them out because everybody here is just like, oh my God, he hates homeless people. But when I like you go somewhere like to the East Coast or down south, I want to try like different rooms like that. But for right now, I'm just working on building the big Chillin brand. That's the name of the thing. We actually want to launch a podcast and all that stuff. So get into the digital space of comedic entertainment.
Oh, more competition. Just what I needed. Show's over. This ain't airing.
This ain't there. Fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy. I'm not introducing more competition to the fucking marketplace. I'll be like begging to be on his show in a year.
You definitely be on my show. You definitely be
well,
on my
show. Thank you. I guess I'll release this then. Just so I have proof in a year from now when he doesn't book me. Be like, so it's going to be on.
Son of a bitch told me I'd be on the show, and I never made it.
Right?
Yeah,
Too good for me now. Fuck.
I definitely got you. But I do want to do, I want to do stand-up. Like the end goal, I want to get like an hour on Netflix. But man, the minutes are hard to come by. Dude, I'm at probably 15. And it's like once you get to 15 and you get like a solid set together, you start writing new jokes and be like, oh, all this 15 minutes of shit is hack. So now I got like, I'm down to 8 and then writing a new 7 to go with it. So it's just a process.
I admire you guys because like I can't do your job. I'm not a good writer.
You're funny though. That's the thing. I can
probably talk a lot of shit on mic, do crowd work, but to actually like sit there and fucking write material.
Up with stuff. Yeah. Like a lot of it too, like you'll try stuff and you'll write stuff and it'll be hilarious in your head and then you'll go up there and it'll all bomb. And it's humbling. That's the best way to put it.
Oh, I know. I have a lot of friends that are comics and it's just like hats off to all y'all. Because also the shit I find funny, a lot of people don't appreciate it. I don't know if you're into pro wrestling at all.
Oh yeah. So I haven't watched it recently, but yeah.
Poor Scott Hall passed away yesterday.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Razor Ramon.
Wow.
Yeah, he died yesterday.
I had no idea.
And for whatever reason, I got a targeted ad about pet immortality on my Instagram. I screen capped that shit and put in my stories like, is it too late to do this for Scott Hall?
That's funny. That's dark. That's funny though.
Right. But it's like, that's not the kind of shit that may play with some people.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You have to find your audience too. Because like I know a lot of guys that like they love dark comedy, but you try it and like you go to like the Comedy Chateau and like people want to have a good time. You want to talk about dead grandmas, like they're gonna tune out immedimately.
Pro wrestlers dying from hip replacement surgery.
Yeah, they're not going going there with you.
I just want to try to resurrect the guy. Maybe get one more match out of him. Let him die in the ring like he's supposed to.
Like a man,
right? Go on a Shield. His scripted fucking Shield.
I was so devastated when I found out the WWE was scripted.
Oh, what age did you find out?
I was young. I was probably like 7 or 8.
Good. It wasn't last year or something.
No, I wasn't like 29. Like, what? This is fake? No, I remember I found out because I saw I think it was a YouTube video of like the ref sliding like the fake blood to Triple H or something back when he was wrestling, back when he had long hair, and like he put it on himself and then he was bleeding. I was like, oh, you could never unsee it after that.
It's definitely athletic and it's definitely a fucking art form, but it's not real.
It's not at all. But they really the injuries and stuff, like, they're real.
Their injuries are probably worse than they're playing oftentimes.
Because you go into a steel chair, like those steel steps with your shoulder, that'll fuck you up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason like Scott Hall was 58 or some shit, and like had to fucking have hip replacement surgery. Mm-hmm. A lifetime of beating the shit out of himself.
Yeah, and those drops and stuff, like off the ladders, that's real. That's real.
Like you learn how to take it so it's not going to cripple you, but
it's like the art of falling is basically what it is. Yeah.
Those guys are basically stuntmen and actors built into one. And that's why, like, the top tier of them go on to good action careers like The Rock or Cena. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, hey, you've been performing in front of thousands of people every fucking night.
Yeah, for 20 years or some shit like that. Yeah. Like, is The Rock back at WWE?
No.
Oh, I thought he came back.
I mean, I think Vince McMahon owns a little bit part of his soul, so he has to go back every so often to like re-up.
Okay, that makes sense because he like shows up at a WrestleMania every now and then.
Yeah, like, hi Vince, I understand you made my career.
Yeah, you got to come back and pay your dues.
Yep.
So you watched WrestleMania and all that stuff?
No, fuck no. I haven't watched in forever. Like it's one of those things where, for me, I was into wrestling in like, I'm burping up fucking whiskey here, like the late '90s, and then I discovered MMA, and I'm like, nope,
way cooler. Yeah. Okay. I was talking about when the Undertaker, I wasn't watching at this point, but like Undertaker was undefeated at WrestleMania, and then he lost one of them.
Yeah, to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Well, you gotta
kill the legend,
change it up every once in a while.
I mean,
because how are you gonna get your audience invested in it when they're like, we know the outcome, the Undertaker's gonna win?
Yeah. I guess. I mean, and it helped reach the audience that wasn't watching anymore. Because when I found out he lost, I went back to watch it. I was like, what the fuck? And it was scripted. So
yeah, it's one of those things where That's the reason that Vince has never gotten into the fucking MMA game, because it's not scripted. You can't control the outcome. You can't control the arc. You can't control
the storylines.
And like the audience reaction. You can't.
He's good at it. It's like a soap opera. The way he runs it.
It's a male soap opera, and the psychology between manipulating thousands of people into feeling how you want them to feel.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, because I went to a C1 live too, and it's a lot less. It's a lot less cool when you see it live, because you don't hear the commentary, so it's just a bunch of silence and they're just out there wrestling. But like the whole bunch of guys, like grown men, be out there booing their hearts out, like loud as shit.
But people do that shit for real sports too.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Or it's crazy because it's like, oh, that's my guy. I have an emotional connection to that guy. Like, I want to see my guy win. Like, that's crazy. Well, and that's like, I feel like back in the day, why there were so many like racial stereotypes. Because like, oh, hey, Razor Ramon's Cuban. Well, now we're going to drag in some Cuban audience who, no matter what Razor is doing, he's part of the Cuban community.
It worked, yeah. But now, like, you can't even do that shit anymore. Like, anything race related, you got to stay away from.
Well, in all honesty, you probably shouldn't have had like bad racial stereotypes for fucking characters in the first place. Like, the junkyard dog, come on, man. Like,
that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. In retrospect, shit's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. But like we evolve as like at the time, like they were just trying to make money. Like we evolve as like species and stuff.
And the thing about it is, you also got to think about like who came up with that gimmick. Did Vince McMahon come up with that gimmick, or did the junkyard dog?
Did he come up with it? Yeah, because it could have.
He's like, maybe I'm gonna just steer right into this motherfucker and make that money.
I mean, that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. It's a touchy subject, race and all that stuff, but everybody's not racist.
Everyone's just so inundated with it, especially if you're like of a certain age, where it's just like, oh, hey, we were all talking about before we got on air the Fat Tuesday doc, where it's just like a bunch of people on that doc were like, yeah, people didn't used to go north of fucking Washington to fucking watch comedy.
It's just what it was. Yeah. I mean, and honestly, like we haven't been a society that long. Like America's only 300 years old. So like you took every country was separated by race at one point. Like it's just a fact. Like, that's how it was. So like this is a relatively new idea, mixing everybody together. So it's going to take some getting used to. It's going to take some growing pains.
You go 100, 150 years back, white people were discriminating against other white people too.
Yeah. It wasn't until they found the black people to hate. They were like, oh, we can be teams. Like, well, they became teams with a bunch of white people. Like they hated Italians in America.
Yeah, they hated the Irish. They hated Italians.
And then once they needed the numbers.
Yeah. Hell, in the 60s, they were worried about Kennedy being the first Catholic president.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine?
Biden's the second.
Yeah.
That's wild. I would have thought there would have been more, but I guess not.
Still no Jews.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're not having that. And they had a black one, too. I never thought they'd have a black one.
Oh, I mean, I never thought that was going to happen either.
Yeah.
Happy to see it.
Yeah, it was cool. It was good. I was super excited about it before. Like, when Obama won, I was in high school. So like I was like crazy. I couldn't even vote at that time. I was like crazy excited about it. But then like as you get older and you realize it's all horseshit and it's all against us anyway.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna drone strike people.
Yeah, it's basically more of the same with just a black face on it. Yeah,
with a cooler president.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're basically just actors, with the exception of the last guy. But
the last guy's got a star on the Walk of Fame. He's more of an actor than anybody else.
That's true.
He's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
They kept fucking up that star.
I know.
Every time I went through there, it would be like a construction site around it.
Well, and for the audience, that star is in the busiest fucking part of Hollywood is at Hollywood and fucking Highland. There's a goddamn mall there. That is where tourists go in Hollywood.
And it's right there.
And they're just fucking it up.
Yeah. Oh, every time they see it, fuck it up. But it's crazy because they treat there's always flowers by Michael Jackson's and always a shit stain on Trump's. It's fair.
It is. But yeah, they're all fucking actors. It's all about convincing people to vote for you.
It's all about saying like they all do the same thing. They give a whole bunch of promises, and they're lying. And then they get into office and they're just like, all right, we're going to give more money to billionaires. Yeah. And it's not.
As I said through most of fucking Trump's presidency, I expect my politicians to lie. I just don't expect them to get easily caught in their lies.
Yeah, he was the best at getting caught in his lies. He was the king of getting caught in the middle of a dumb lie. And he would just double down too. Like that's what people loved him. He was like, yeah, I said that.
Kofi or whatever the fuck that was.
Kofefe.
Yeah, I meant to say that shit.
Yeah, I meant that. Didn't say, okay, I guess. And with him though, it was it was a new headline every day.
Yeah.
So it's like you couldn't even keep up with what you were outraged about because he would just do something else to distract you.
It's like, what now? What the fuck now?
What now?
And now the best I got for Biden is besides sucking at the job, it's like, oh, he just can't talk good.
Yeah.
And
he had a stutter.
The problem is, I was just watching some footage on Last Week Tonight about when he was in the Senate for voting for something in the 90s. Like, oh no, he was talking pretty fucking clearly 30 years ago.
It's obvious. Yeah, there's definitely been cognitive decline.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he overcame a stutter, but he's losing it. He's almost 80.
Yeah.
Why are all the presidential choices that we have people in their late 70s, like Trump, Elizabeth Warren, what's his name, Bernie Sanders, Biden? Where are the leaders from our generation or the generation slightly
because no one's gonna vote for AOC.
Oh yeah, definitely not. But
I will. I also want a banger, but
you think that's gonna get you in there?
I will tell her whatever lies she wants to hear.
Yes, Madam President. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. It's not a royal pussy at that point. Is it the first pussy?
I guess that'd be the first pussy.
Well, the first. If she's married to somebody, that'd be the first pussy. So
her husband's the first pussy.
Yo, I'll sign up for that job. I will be the first pussy.
I will be the first pussy. I will wear that as a badge of honor.
Right?
Matt, the first pussy.
Yo, look at this smoking hot bartender I picked up.
I think,
took it all the way to the White House.
Yeah, took it all the way. I think we're lacking somebody to be a young leader. That was the thing. We used to pretty young presidents.
Once again, why would you want the job when you can make more being an Instagram influencer?
That's true.
I know people, not anecdotally, I know people that make more than on OnlyFans than the president does here.
That is crazy. Selling feet pics, not even getting nude, making more money than the president.
Oh no, I know people that are getting nude that are making a quarter of the president's salary in a month.
That's a lot
people
of money. That is you're making me want to do OnlyFans. I'm gonna have to get that. Was it the 2257? What was that?
Only if there's other people involved. It's just you.
Oh, just you? No, two. Okay, perfect. I'm not gonna make any sales.
Oh no, the gay community will probably like you.
Actually, you had Jonathan on here. And Jonathan's my roommate. Somebody asked him somebody told him he should do it because he's they love his build. I was like, dude.
Oh no, that was a whole bit when he was on here.
I did hear you guys talking about that.
Yeah, he was just like, because Jonathan, go back to Jonathan Hernandez's episode, but Jonathan said if I had a pussy, I'd be slanging that shit. I'm like, what's stopping you from doing it now?
He said, I just might.
Well, at first he's like, well, I'm like, he's like, well, no girls are all about it. I'm like, yeah, you think girls selling it now, it's their ideal mate who's spending that money? No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably going to be the gay community who's spending that cash. It's not about selling to who you want to fuck. It's about selling to who wants to fuck you.
Yeah, selling who wants to buy. Yeah. That's brilliant. Because there was a story of a guy that he sold pictures of his ass and stuff like that on OnlyFans and made $1 million. And people were clowning him. It was like, he made $1 million.
Right.
That's
you want to work 40 years to make that shit? Because that's what's going to take you at your minimum wage job.
I'll spread the cheeks. Fuck it.
You could. You could.
Now I got to go home and think about that.
Right. Hey, there are plenty of comics selling it on OnlyFans.
There are. And there are a lot of girl comics in the community that are selling on OnlyFans to male comics in the community. It's wild. And these guys, I don't have an OnlyFans, so I don't know how it works, but they sign up with their name or something like that, and she knows who they are. So
not smart enough to
you could fake it, I would assume, but they put their face, their name, or whatever on there, and she knows them. And then she goes to the mics, and then she says they act super awkward. And then all her sets are about how weird the guys that follow her OnlyFans are, and they keep following. I was like,
see, bro, you will never close being awkward about it. If you're gonna follow her on OnlyFans, own that shit.
Yeah,
yeah, I think you're hot. Can I buy you a drink? And want to shoot some content together?
See, that's right there. And then you need a 2257.
Then you do, but you're like, yo. We both win. You make some money.
You make some money. I get some ass. That's great.
Yeah. Hopefully you have a good time too. Hopefully.
So I have a friend that was in the I have a couple friends that were in the porn industry, but a male friend that was in the porn industry. And he said it wasn't that great for guys.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. There's a reason I've never wanted the job.
Yeah, he said it's terrible. Is it like it? I mean, I've shot videos, so I can imagine how many times you have to shoot the same scene, so you got to go and get the other angle. So it's not.
Oh no, if you're good, it's one long take for the most part. If you're good,
yeah.
If you're not good,
it's a lot of pressure.
It's a long fucking day. Well, and I will say this multiple times on the show. I have said it many times. Every professional porn crew just wants to go home. No one really wants to be there. They just want to go home. So if you're making us take multiple takes or wait for you to get your fucking dick hard,
it's a long fucking day. That is so funny. I'm sorry. Yeah, if you're making everybody sit around and wait for you to get hard, the pressure at that we've all had that moment where you couldn't get it up with one girl in the room and you feel her disappointment. Imagine a room of 15 people just fucking waiting on you to get hard.
Yep. And then imagine having to keep it hard while my ass is standing over you with a boom, or someone like me was standing over you with a camera while it's people.
Oh, staring you in your face. Like, come on, dude. Like,
oh no, I'm not trying to take you out of your game like that.
Looking away.
I'm not looking away. I'm viewfinder. Just like.
Oh, that's
hell.
horrible.
When I was on set over the summer, me and the sound guy, because I was just a PA, while sex is happening like less than 10 feet away from us, we were literally just talking about like how bad the couch was sagging. That's what we were more like. Damn, that couch is really taking a beating.
Yeah,
like,
that couch is not having it.
Yeah, that couch is literally touching the floor while they fuck. Like,
because you get desensitized.
100%.
You're so over it at that point. It's like there's nobody hot enough to keep your interest that long.
Well, if you are being aroused by porn being filmed in front of you, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah. I know one guy that he plays a cuck in porn, so he does a lot of the that's my wife. Like he does that shit. Like that's actually the role to do. Like he doesn't have to get naked or anything. He sit around and be surprised.
I've done a handful of non-sex performances.
Yeah.
Hell, I got nominated for an award for it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
The AVNs?
Mm-hmm. AVN 18, I was nominated for Best Non-Sex Performance.
Dude, you should get back in there.
I mean, I do it on occasion. It's like, I don't have an agent to like knock on people's door. Like, do you want Matt to come play, someone's father?
But you definitely could.
Oh, no, I definitely have. And it's dope. Really got depressing when I got old enough where like I could have legitimately fathered the girls.
Wow, yeah.
Last time I played someone's father, I'm like, oh shit, I've been sexually active longer than you've been alive. Fuck.
Damn, that's a heavy pill to swallow right there.
Yeah, it's like, god damn. Like the first time I played someone's father, like it was kind of funny to me because like one of the girls was someone I used to date. And I'm only a couple of years older than her. I'm like, either you aged really well and I aged really poorly, or both. I don't know what the fuck happened here that you're playing my daughter. But last time I did, literally, it's like, oh, you're 21? Yeah, I've been sexually active longer than you've been alive. Fuck.
Gee, that is a cool fucking resume builder though, to be like AVN nominated.
It's on my IMDb, goddammit.
Yeah, that's accredited. I wonder if the dudes from To Catch a Predator get an IMDb credit. Like dude,
well, let's find out right now.
Somebody was talking about that, and I was like, I wonder if they get credit because it goes on TV.
We're gonna find out right now.
We're gonna find out
because I have never thought about that.
That is good. It's a good question, isn't it? Like this is one dude, the Oops guy. They got caught twice. Have you seen that shit? Like he walks into Chris Hansen's there, but like he walks in. There's that woman playing a 13-year-old girl. And she's like, I'm gonna go get some tea. And then Chris Hansen comes in and he says,
oh yeah, no, they get credited.
They do?
David Kane, Self-Predator, 4 episodes.
That might be Oops guy. That might be, he got 4 episodes.
Because it's like host, self-decoy, perverted justice CFO, self-host, self-decoy. David Kane, Self-Predator, 4 episodes. Brian Lindsay, Self-Predator, 1 episode. Michael Siebert, Self-Predator, 3 episodes. Terry Schroeder.
How are these guys getting multiple episodes? That's insane.
John Kennelly, Self-Predator, 3 episodes. Like, oh yeah, all the Predator. Holy fuck, all the Predators have fucking credits.
Wow. Oh, they got a stronger resume than me. That's something.
I mean, it's all. I gotta click on one of these guys, see if they have other credits besides Catching a Predator.
Yeah, maybe they work for Subway.
Nope.
No, just I guess the career's over.
But this dude was on the road a lot, or this is fucking fake. Because
it might be fake.
Because David Kane here has 4 credits for To Catch a Predator. Fortsum, Georgia, Part 1. Greenville, Ohio, Part 1. Riverside County, California. Fairfax County, Virginia.
That shit's fake.
Twice as Rabbi David Kane. Why you got to throw the tribe in this, man?
That's fucked up.
But like,
I never thought that is
that's
pretty
real
Hollywood.
suspect. Real fucking suspect. But he has no other credits than anything else.
Right. Well, you branded yourself. He sold his soul to be branded as a pedophile. So, but Riverside and Fairfax, Virginia, Riverside, California. Those.
Yeah. Well, and Brian Lindsay has fucking 4 credits.
That's fake.
Long Beach, California, part 1 and 2, and then Folsom, Georgia, part 1 and 2.
Oh, that makes sense though. That makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. 3 of them are uncredited. Self-Predator, uncredited.
Why would you play your own name under that?
I mean, I don't.
If it's fake, it's probably the name's probably fake too.
So, well, I just maybe it's real predators and they're just flying them around the country. I don't know what the hell. How's it like? Got to do a deep dive on this and find out what the fuck.
That's interesting. I would like to see.
Yeah, like how are you ending up in Long Beach and Georgia in the same year to catch a predator?
Yeah, to catch a predator.
And how's no one caught that before now?
Yeah. Did we just break like the catch a predator?
I think we did.
Oh man, we just proved them wrong.
This is what we're actually getting canceled for.
Oh yeah, they're gonna come after us for this.
We fucked with NBC or whatever fucking.
It's NBC. Chris Hampton with NBC.
Chris Hansen's coming for us.
Didn't Chris Hansen get like some type of predatorial thing too, or he got a DUI?
Who hasn't? I mean,
yeah, it's not interesting. But
getting DUIs now, not unless you're Mel Gibson spouting off slurs.
And Kevin Hart got one too, yeah.
Or John Jones. Oh, well, that wasn't a DUI, but like, well, one of the times wasn't a DUI. The most recent thing wasn't a DUI. It was him allegedly beating up his spouse, and then fighting a cop car in Vegas.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they put the footage out. He fucking headbutted the police car.
Damn.
Just drunk as shit. Like, you fucking nerds.
You fucking nerds. Fuck 12, you fucking nerds.
You fucking nerds. I was inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight. Why is this whole fucking thing? Like, holy shit, John Jones. Holy shit.
John Jones is dope though, man. You talking about the MMA fighter?
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's so dope.
I mean, I'm not going to talk too much shit. He'll beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm complimenting him. He's so dope.
That might be my $1 million right there. Yeah. I'll take a right from John Jones for $1 million.
Would you take a right from Mike Tyson for $1 million? Like fuck today's Mike Tyson?
Oh yeah, I'll take it from prime Mike. I'll take it from prime Mike Tyson.
Prime?
Oh yeah, because I will fall down like a WWE wrestler. As that fist comes to me, I will hit the fucking floor. You think I'm going to let him make contact? He's going to swing. I'm going to fall down.
I'm going to just collapse.
Right. He's like, what?
100%. 100%.
What's he going to say? That he didn't knock me the fuck out?
Yeah, he's gonna take the ownership of knocking you out. Man.
He just took a dive.
He took a dive. He took a dive. I didn't touch him. Have you watched his podcast?
I have not. I need to.
I've seen clips of it on YouTube. I haven't watched the whole thing. I've seen clips of it, but it seems pretty good. Like he's actually like surprisingly a nice guy. Like once he's dealt with his demons and stuff, like he's at peace with himself.
Well, you got to remember, in his prime, he started doing that shit as a goddamn teenager. Mm-hmm. He was mad young, full of angry fucking hormone.
Just pure anger.
Pure anger. Like, he didn't come from the best fucking situation growing up. And it was his way out of his bad situation. Like, I understand why he was fucking basically trying to murder people with his fists.
Yeah. Dude. Oh, my God.
And it's not like Don King, like, probably had his best,
Oh, Don King definitely didn't.
He just saw dollar signs.
100%. That's the industry in general. Any industry. Like, big business, big money to be made. They take full advantage of young talent.
Well, especially prize fighting, because in a lot of cases, people that are doing prize fighting have no other alternative.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just got to whoop people's ass or you're homeless.
Yeah.
I'd be mad if those were my only options too, yeah.
Especially like if your peers are like got no options. Like imagine coming out, he was from fucking Brownsville or some shit, like, not a great part of, I want to say Brooklyn or the Bronx.
I have no idea.
Just not a great part of New York. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, hey, I am surrounded by fucking poverty, fucking people getting strung out, and my peers, my family, have no fucking
option. They have no hope.
Right. My only hope is to kick that ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I ain't going back to that.
Yeah. That's the thing too. Like the people with their backs against the wall, like it's hard to say. A small percentage of them are in better positions than people with a bunch of money. Like not people with a bunch of money, because the billionaires' kids, they don't give a fuck. But like middle class society, like if you have a fallback plan as a middle class, you're gonna go with the fallback plan because it's so hard. But when your back's against the wall, it's your only option. You'll fucking do it.
Well, and that's why people got to get fucking skin in the game when you're trying to do anything that's outside the fucking box, be it entertainment, fucking prize fighting, whatever. I've spent a good chunk of my career being like, oh yeah, I want to do stuff, and then holding down a corporate job that I was comfortable in.
Yeah,
and just kind of like dip my toe in here and there.
Yep. That's it. That's the thing that Jonathan and I are going through right now. We both hold corporate jobs, and we're doing this thing. So like, it's like when we get off work, we go, but then like the job the corporations just want to take all of your time.
100%.
They want to own you so bad. Like
they don't care about your hopes, your dreams.
They don't give a fuck. Like they're people like, and I've realized this too. Like the more they got promoted or they moved up in the company, the more time it would demand. So like. You work 40 hours a week. You can only clock 40 hours a week. But I see people put in 60, 70, 80 hours and like they're making the same amount of money. But they're like, it's like, what do you do? What is your life? Like, that's your life. Like, do you want to donate your whole life to this company that doesn't give a fuck about you? Die tomorrow, you're replaced next week.
Well, but they're afraid if they don't do that, they'll be replaced.
Yeah.
And then they got nothing. All this time and effort you've put into making this your fucking life.
Yeah.
If you don't continue to fucking put out, you got nothing.
When I was leaving Maryland to move to California, I was there like the week before I left. Our VP had retired, and he was done. Like he finally reached the goal that everybody talks about. They can't wait till they retire. He was finally there, and I was talking to him, and the only emotion I got from him was pure sadness. Like his whole life was that office, and he didn't know what the fuck he was going to do with his life afterwards. And I was like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. Savage.
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things that ever happened to me was I was at the same job for 12 years. And we were on a business trip, me and like some upper mid-level management. And like I was friendly with this mid-level manager who had been with the company 35 years. And we're like playing cards like after hours because we're all stuck in a hotel on this business trip. And he's just like, yeah, I made some offhand comment about like trying to find someone else. He's just like, you're not going anywhere. You're institutionalized.
That's terrible. Institutionalized. That's the same terminology they use people to in and out of jail.
Yeah. He's like, you're not going anywhere. You're institutionalized. You know, I'd been there a decade at that point.
But he was right. That's the thing too. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you're a lifer. You're not going anywhere. I'm like, okay.
I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah. I had a similar experience. I was working at this. I'm still at the same company. I've only been there for 5 years. But I'm at the same company, and I just started. And one of my mentors was like a 55-year-old guy or whatever, and he'd been there for 20 years or something at that point. And like he thought it was funny. He was like, "You haven't been alive as long as you're going to have to work for this company to retire. Let that sink in." And I was like, "I need to get the fuck out of here." It's like it's the same thing every day. Just walk in, ask homeboy about his tomatoes that he's growing, and sit at my desk for 8 hours at a time.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. And
wow, you're institutionalized.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah. But it was just a great kick in the ass.
It's like, jarring, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like I had other ambitions. Like during that time, I had started a record label and failed at a record label.
You got to go all in,
right? And then like I was years of half measures because I just was like, I got a condo and a sports car. I don't want to like,
yeah, don't want to give it up.
Don't want to give it up. And he said that to me like, all right, motherfucker. See how it is? Like, we got back from that business trip. I moved to fucking Vegas 90 days later. I moved to fucking Vegas on a porn director I had met 6 months earlier. He was like, I'm starting a studio. I'll have work for you. I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, I still half measured it. I transferred my fucking job out to Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah.
But within 3 years of being in Vegas, I finally got the fuck out.
Yeah.
And when I quit, I mean, part of it was miscalculation on my part, but part of it was like, I'm just fucking done. I said, you know what? This is my fucking 3-month notice. They're like, you can just give 2 weeks. We'll pay you out on all your stuff.
This is my 3-month notice.
Well, the reason I did that was they gave us fucking holiday bonuses in December. And I'm like, I got enough PTO and fucking sick time to stay on the books till December. I want my bonus.
Nice. Smart. Smart.
They're like, oh, you motherfucker. I'm like, yeah.
But you can't, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Like, I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I'm like,
that is brilliant.
I'll take my $500 bonus for fucking still being on the books in December.
100%. As you should. They owe it to you.
Yeah. I was out and I'm fucking moved to LA and like
just to haven't looked back.
Yeah.
That's the you have to jump. You have to take that jump. Like I just saw one of my friends, Ahmed Ahmed Al-Qadri, he just made the jump. He was an accountant. He just made the full-time jump to doing comedy full-time. So I'm gonna reach out to him, see how he's doing. But it's just like, it's so inspiring because like I'm right there on the cusp of jumping, but I have 305 hours of PTO. So
yeah, make that jump and then just
have them. Yeah. But it's something about not having that safety net that's like, I got to make something work. And we've already got the money coming in from Big Chillin', so it could be something.
Yeah, I mean, if you already got something from Big Chillin', I see on your Instagram stories that like you guys are out there filming shit, like you're creating shit.
Yeah,
think of how much more time you'd have to create shit.
100%. Because that's actually the big thing that's been bogging me down recently. Because I've been posting on TikTok. I do follow me on TikTok at Blacksmith, BLAKKSMYTH. I do this character called Mr. Tyrone, and like he's basically like an ex-gang member, and the bit is that he's always doing new jobs, and he always gets fired because he's constantly doing gang things instead of doing the actual job. So
it's almost like Chappelle's keeping it real.
Exactly, when keeping it real goes wrong. So it's just like, and they're like 15-minute videos, but I've built a following of 148,000 on TikTok. So I just try to keep pushing that. But like I got to a point where the job was bogging me down so much that I was unable to post for like 3 weeks. So I've just got back into that.
And the algorithm will fucking kill you for that shit.
Yeah, it will fucking punish you for that shit. And like it's just you can't keep 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to go all in or sit at your desk.
Yeah, just give up on life, and you might as well at that point move the fuck out of LA.
Yeah, where it's affordable. Yeah, like if I took my salary that I'm making from this job and lived in Maryland, I'd have a house. I'd be comfortable.
You'd be in Maryland.
I'd be in Maryland, and I'd have to wake up every day and do this.
And now you have a cop after you.
I'd have a cop after me because I knew about his girl cheating in Atlantic City. Oh, yeah, that's a lot to chew on. I appreciate that. That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. Don't go back.
This is.
See, next time your family's like, come home and visit me. I can't. Police are after me.
Yeah. The cops are after me. I'm going to look back at this video 10 years from now and be like, I owe you a lot. So I appreciate that conversation. That's dope.
And one of the things that like inspires me about being in LA is being surrounded by people like you who like, no, I came out here to fucking do something.
Yeah.
And longer you're here, more and more some of your peers will fucking make it. It's like, oh, it's possible.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, because I go to the gym. This gym in North Hollywood is called Speakeasy Fitness, and like there are so many influencers and stuff in there, like just regular people that I'm friends with. They'll be like, yeah, just follow me on Instagram or follow me on TikTok or whatever, and it'd be like, 4 million followers. Like, what the fuck? And it's like we're in the same type of shape. Like I could do exactly what you're doing. Like you just got to go all in. You
do, and like you gotta believe it's gonna happen. I don't know about you, but like growing up in Chicago. Celebrity fucking real fucking fame wasn't real. It
didn't exist.
Right.
But here, like fucking T.I. was at the Sunset Rooftop on Hollywood. Like, I mean, everybody else is like, of course he was. It's Hollywood. But like, you're out here, you tend to forget where you are. Yeah. But like T.I. just showed up. I'm like, holy fuck, I've been listening to this dude since I was 6.
Fucking, I was in a bar Sunday night. Beck walked in.
Yeah, wow. Like, that's insane.
A couple of the girls I was talking to were like, is that Beck? No, that can't be Beck. And it's like, oh no, that was fucking Beck on a date.
All these celebrity spottings, they all happen in LA. Like Drake is out and about.
But it proves that these are all real fucking people.
Yeah, it happened. That is, like, I saw Kevin Hart perform in person, and that like opened my eyes to like, he exists. Like that's like real. That's a real person. And like he was, like one person was able to build the whole enterprise that he has.
Through doing this, this is not a big show by any stretch of the imagination. Through doing this, I've had the privilege to talk to some people that are pretty fucking famous. Like, I'm not even talking like fucking porn. I've had people from nationally touring bands on. I've had nationally touring comics on the show. And it's just like, oh no, these are all real fucking people that put in the work. There's always obviously a degree of luck that goes into all of this.
Yeah, 100%.
But these are real people that had hopes, dreams, like the same sort of doubts, fears that we all go through too.
They all have it. But luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So like you put in all the preparation, so you just need the opportunity. Yeah, that's it. And also too, like have you Robert Greene, you know, the 48 Laws of Power? He does podcasts like this all the time. You should have him on. And he did my friend Mike Kim's podcast. So you should have both of them on. Mike Kim's a stand-up comic. I'm
always down if they're not afraid that I'll ruin their careers.
Oh no, they'll definitely let you on. They'll definitely be on.
I'm totally down because there are some comics that are a little skittish to come do this show because they're afraid I'll hurt their careers.
You have to be willing to put yourself out there. Like, and getting canceled is honestly one of the best things to happen to anybody. Like, if I get canceled right now, I've made it.
Right.
Because
you're getting press.
Yeah, you need to know me to cancel me. So you're like, who is this guy we're canceling? Okay.
Yeah. 100%. The fact that, like, we've talked about Rogan getting canceled on here recently, like, for the 10 seconds they tried to cancel Rogan.
Yeah, they're not canceling Rogan.
No. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, someone went through 1,700 odd episodes to find those 20 odd.
That's what I was saying. Like, the guy that put together the compilation video of that shit, like, that was not a Rogan fan.
No.
So he sat through that many hours of content to.
Yeah, it's not like you could just hot search. It's not like you can press Control F and be like N-word.
N-word.
You have to sit there and listen to like.
Hours and hours.
That is some weaponized autism right there.
Yes.
Like some poor autistic kid is just like, I'm gonna find the N-word. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it.
Who has that much time?
Some autistic kid.
That is insane to look up the N-word that many times. Like, and a lot of them were from super old episodes.
Oh, yeah.
If you see his new studio in Texas that he has, and you remember his old one that he had in L.A., it was before that.
Oh yeah, some of them were from on his couch while Red Band was like in the next room.
Yeah, like what? So like. That's that, and that's almost why I was like, we almost want to let white guys say the N-word, because it's just like we need to stop trying to police people's like words. Like, how long are we going to let the N-word completely control us as a community? Like the K-word doesn't completely control the Jewish people. I mean, you get canceled as fuck if you say it. But
I live in Hollywood, man. I'm not. Yeah. Nope. I'm a Jew. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, I would never say it. But like if you, but it's, at what point do we stop?
Well, and the worst part about it is like. That slur has a much. It's an offensive origin. Mm-hmm. It's not nearly as offensive as the N-word's origin.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, do you know the origin of the K?
I know the origin of the N-word. I don't know the origin of.
So the origin of the K-word is basically it's slang for the symbol that a lot of illiterate Jews would make on their mark on Ellis Island on the book. It's a circle.
I know it. Yeah.
Keikel is like. Yiddish for circle, and they would instead of making an X for their name, like on the books and outside, they would make circle, so it became a derogatory term.
Like most derogatory terms, they come from something stupid or some ignorant person taking it. Yeah,
it's like one of the derogatory terms for Japanese, like the Japanese refer to themselves as Nippon, like it's not Japan, it's Nippon. Mm-hmm. So
I didn't know that either. Yeah,
well, like. And the derogatory term for the N-word, I believe, comes from like either one of the Spanish words for black, or
black. Nice year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not even going to say it. You won't get me. You won't get me.
You won't get me. Fucking get him.
You won't get me. Ha too quick. Too quick.
I started this podcast with an impression of Obama saying the N-word, though. So
yeah, you can get away with that.
I can get away with that.
I can make fun of Bernie Sanders. You can make fun of Obama.
Exactly, and
we'll play this on the norms. Like.
But yeah, it's I get so tired of like racism and stuff like. Because like if you ask anybody, you go up and down Sunset Boulevard and ask everybody, "Are you racist?" and everybody will say no. Like, where are the racists? But we're constantly chasing this boogeyman.
Oh, they're there, but like, no one's going to admit to racism.
Nobody's going to admit to it.
Yeah,
it's subconscious. So how do you stop something from somebody's subconscious from happening?
I don't know. It's one of those things where like, I don't know. It's one of those things where like, I don't know. Because you're like, oh, well, I'll stop being racist. Like someone's going to clip this and make me look horrible. I'm going to stop being racist when black people conform to white society. Like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But no, because they called Obama out for not using the right mustard. Yeah. And he's like one of the whitest black people ever.
Yeah, it's such a silly game that we play. It's like there's a much more productive way to use your time than to try to label somebody as racist. And that's something too. And I don't like to give like super Republicans like a lot of credit, but that's something you got to give them because they're so right about that. Because like anytime they open their mouth and say anything, because a lot of the stuff they say makes sense, like makes sense factually. But if the moment they open their mouth, they're labeled racist. Then it's like, well, everything I say is discounted because I'm a racist in your book. It's like if we would actually listen to the people talking to us, maybe we come to a consensus. We were just calling each other racist and libtards.
It just comes down to human beings being fucking tribal.
That's exactly what it is.
It's just dumb tribalism. And it's just, what the fuck? Like,
we need a tribe to subscribe to.
We don't, though. We super fucking don't in this day and age. Like, yes, I understand when it's like, oh, hey, those other monkeys over there may try to stab you with pointy sticks. We need to band together so we don't get murdered.
Yeah.
We're kind of, well,
we're past that.
We hope. I mean, the world is proving me wrong at the moment.
Yeah, it's getting crazy in Europe. Yeah.
Europe's proving me wrong at the moment. But ideally, we don't need to do that shit. Like, I know a girl for a fact has had multiple abortions who's like diehard Republican these days, and like posted a story about, oh my God, thank God Ron DeSantis is passing an anti-abortion law in Florida. I'm like, girl,
it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Like, I know your tribe is doing something, but I know you had abortions.
Yeah.
Like, I know. And I am not knocking you for having an abortion.
Yeah.
Hell, I think you should have more of them.
I think you should continue to do that.
But how are you going to, like, oh yeah, this old white man's taking away women's rights.
You have to agree with everything that your tribe says, or you're outcast, and then the other option is to go agree with everything the other tribe says. It makes no sense. Like,
right, and that's why I don't want to be part of either tribe.
Yeah, exactly. There's no free thinking involved at all. Like, there's nobody that could be like, I'm against abortion, but for pro-trans rights, and I love the Bible or whatever, Yeah,
and it's one of those things where, like, if libertarians didn't live in a fantasy world, libertarianism on paper sounds great. Like, oh, you do you. Until, like, the real world happens and, like, we all die because someone poisoned our alcohol.
Yeah.
Because they did them.
They did them.
Like, oh, hey, if I mix this in antifreeze, I can sell more of it for cheaper.
Yeah.
They did them, and now the free market's going to correct over my corpse. Not so down with that. And my experience with libertarians is most of the libertarians I met are some of the nicest people I fucking know. Because they live in this fantasy world where, like, well, people ain't going to do wrong in the name of $1.
Oh.
But you're wrong.
You're absolutely wrong.
Like, it's like communism on paper sounds great.
It does.
Like, we all get everything we need? Cool.
So does a free market. On paper, it sounds absolutely flawless.
Yeah.
But that's the problem.
On paper.
Life isn't on paper.
Yeah. In practice, it's like, oh, no. I will find a way to get mine.
Yeah, a billionaire is definitely going to skew the system in his favor.
Hell, they skew our supposedly fair system already.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing, too, because, like, the whole Ukraine situation, like, the whole world is like, Russia should not have invaded Ukraine. That's the stance that most of the news stations have taken. But if all the news stations are telling you to think one way, then I smell a rat when that happens. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the history between Ukraine and Russia. So, like, and the United States, the role that we played in it. Like, with NATO, we kept expanding eastward until, like, Russia was like, you're going to get to a point where if we don't stop you before you let Ukraine into NATO, like, we're going to have to invade. It's just, we have no other option.
They didn't have to. At the end of the day, what the fuck does it matter if NATO's at their fucking border? We have nukes in Turkey.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What the fuck does it matter? We have nukes on your other border. Like, what are you worried about?
It's such a hairy situation.
Well, and the reason the world is condemning this and they're not condemning bombing in Yemen or
that was my point. Yeah,
all the other shit is because at the end of the day, historically, when there's land wars in Europe, everyone gets involved, and the stakes are pretty fucking high. At the end of the day, no one really gives a fuck about Afghanistan.
Nobody cared about Afghanistan. Nobody cares about war in Africa. But the moment it happens in Ukraine, it's out like an outcry.
Well, because historically, at this point, the world powers start having to actually get involved, and then that's when shit gets escalated and shit gets real.
Yeah, and then the whole nuclear thing is
right. Then that's where it gets scary.
It's insane. Like the idea that isn't a real deterrence is like, not really. Like, it's like if you do this, I will end life for the whole planet. Like, that seems unreasonable.
Well, this whole situation seems unreasonable.
Yeah, the whole thing is fucked up. Like, and it's all about greed and Putin wanting to stay in power. That's basically what this is.
And on the Afghani front or the Yemen front is, at the end of the day, the Western media cares about how many troops we lose, not how many civilians they kill.
100%. Yeah.
That's part of it. Where it's like, oh, hey, all of a sudden, because it's Europe and because of how it may escalate, we give a fuck about the civilian life loss real quick.
Way more. Yeah.
Hell, if China does something with Taiwan, we will give much more of a fuck than we ever have about Afghanistan or Yemen.
Well, yeah, Biden said if China does anything with Taiwan, we will defend them. Those are fighting words.
Yeah,
that's like you can't say that and then not back it up, and then that's a war between China and America.
America also threatened to nuke North Korea, so we can say whatever the fuck we want and not back it up. I mean, we can do whatever.
Very true. Fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Right. We can 100% be like, nah,
change our mind. That's too much.
The public ain't down with this. And that's the thing. The American public definitely doesn't have an appetite for another fucking war, especially a war in fucking Europe.
Yeah, we don't. No, we don't want to do that at all.
No.
That's abysmal. Like, it's a horrible thing. It's been so many years of peace, and now we're going to go out there and... No, I don't...
I never thought I'd see a major land war in Europe in my lifetime.
Me either. I thought that was a thing of the past.
Are you young enough to get drafted?
I am 29.
Yes, you are.
What's the cutoff?
30-something, I want to say.
I didn't find that out. Let's find out. Let's push this off for a couple years. I was thinking, because I do have a younger brother. He's 21.
26 is the cutoff. Oh, no. Never mind. Are liable and trained for service until the age of 35.
35. I know when you sign up for the draft, like it's usually the oldest or the oldest is usually the one to go, or the oldest to protect it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, they want the youngins first.
Yeah, they want the youngins first. But like if we did have a draft and they were going to, and my younger brother got drafted, I would go in his spot.
You're gonna do some Katniss shit?
Yeah, I would volunteer as tribute. Yeah, I volunteer as tribute because that motherfucker will die. So I'm like,
hey, he could get a cushy logistics job.
He could, but I'd be like, Isaac, did you sit this out? I got you, bro.
No. The trick is before you get drafted, sign up for the branch you want to work in and talk to the recruiter. Be like, yo, I want to be stationed in Japan or someplace where like out of the theater of combat, because it's not like we pull all military personnel from everywhere.
Exactly.
So it's like. I heard stories about that in Vietnam. Like, oh, I'm about to get drafted. Yeah, sign me up. I want to go work in Germany. Yo, station my ass in Germany.
Yeah, I'll take Germany, please. Thank you.
Yep. Sign up right now. Put me in Germany.
Yeah. But like, I was thinking about that too, because like that opportunity, that possibility now exists. Like of like my little brother getting drafted to go to war. I'm like, I'll go before you go, bro. I'll figure it out.
No, man. Sign up to fucking do USO tours.
Or tell him to do a USO tour, yeah.
Be like, yo, I'm going to entertain the troops. They need R&R.
They do. Fucking Ralphie May was like big on that. Like, we'll go out and like entertain the troops.
Well, and that's actually a thing you can do. Like, you can sign up as an entertainer to do USO tours. And like, you could submit tapes during non-wartime. They're like, I want to do a USO tour.
Brilliant. That I'm definitely going to do.
And they actually pay decent too.
Yeah, and my dad did 20 years in the Air Force. Yeah. He was in the Pentagon on 9/11.
Oh shit!
He survived it, obviously. Well, not
necessarily obviously, but
yeah, but he survived it. Yeah, he was in the Air Force wing. Apparently, each side was a different branch of the military. I don't know. I've never been.
Oh, that would have been ironic if a plane hit the Air Force side.
You sir, you should try. It would have been ironic. But yeah, he was in the Pentagon on 9/11. I remember I was in fourth grade. It was 2001. It was September. I was about to turn I think I was about to turn 9. But I was at class, and the teacher pulled everybody. Like the principal walked into the school. Into the class and like pulled the teacher out, and the teacher came back in, and like she pulled everybody out. She was like, "Anybody got parents at the military?" And we're in Arlington, Virginia, so like we pass Pentagon every day, so we're 6 minutes away. So like half the class raised their hand. She pulled us in the hallway, and she's like, "There's no easy way to say this. A bomb went off at the Pentagon. We're not sure if your parents are alive." Everybody starts crying. I mean,
right?
We're fucking.
Where's your bedside manner on that shit?
Everybody starts fucking crying, and she's like, "Oh, okay, relax. We're gonna play Heads Up 7-Up." Like that was her solution to fucking fix it. So we're in there, like everybody's crying and shit, and we're playing Heads Up 7-Up. But like luckily, I went home, and like he was fucking there. My neighbor actually died in 9/11.
Oof.
Yeah.
Dad comes home like, man, that was a rough day at the office.
He goes dusting off debris. Yeah, that was a rough day. But like he said he was in there and like they were watching the towers get hit. Man, he's like, they were like, that's crazy that the country's like, we're going to war like now. It's like, it's crazy. And he said like right when he was about to walk back to his office, there was this big like loud boom, like boom. And like the alarm system started going off, evacuate the building. This is not a drill. So like everybody's running towards the fucking stairs because you can't use the elevators. And he said he got to the stairs and there was this Marine there like in a wheelchair, like stuck at the stairs. So he like picked him up and threw that nigga down the stairs. There was no time to be a hero. The world was at war.
Crawl, Marine, crawl, crawl. You heard me? Crawl, Marine.
Crawl, motherfucker.
Do you want to live?
Oh yeah, no. But it was just crazy. It was a crazy time. And like I was so young, like I was like 8. And I was like, remember thinking like, man, the world is crazy. And then like 9/11 happened, everything like calmed back down. And then like 2 years later, the DC sniper started shooting people in DC. Like I was like, what the fuck is this? Well, it was just like, a wake up call. Like this is life.
Yep.
Deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Life is more chaotic than not.
Yeah. But like the DC sniper, do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Where are you from?
Chicago originally.
Chicago. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so I spent 9/11 in a bar.
Okay.
I was in bed. I was in bed when like the first tower was hit.
Okay.
And I woke up to my laptop going off with AOL Instant Message going bling, 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 bling.
Yeah.
And like I roll over, I'm like, yo, what's up? And one of my was like, they bombed the World Trade Center. I'm like, dude, no, they did that like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They used to bomb the basement all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did that 10 years ago. What are you talking about? Like, no, man. What do you just bomb the World Trade? I'm like, oh, okay. I tried to log into CNN.com from bed. Mm-hmm. Could not get in because the amount of traffic.
Yeah.
So I roll my ass out of bed, go into the living room and like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Fuck. I had an interview scheduled with Southwest Airlines that day.
Damn. Okay.
They actually called to reschedule. I was really surprised.
They say, nah, I'm good. I don't want to work for you.
Oh, no.
An interview for what? To be like a...
So at that point, I was an IT professional.
Okay.
And I was interviewing my job would have been to show up at the airport in the morning, fly to wherever they had a broken terminal, fix it, fly home.
Okay.
And the funny thing is I almost ended up moving to Baltimore for that gig because they hired someone else for Chicago. But they're like, yeah, we have an opening for someone out of BWI if you want to take the job there. I'm like, I'm straight. I'm 20. I don't know anyone in Baltimore.
Yeah. That was way before I lived in Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like a kid. Yeah.
Well, and like BWI is not in Baltimore. So I would have been like,
you would have been
somewhere like PG County or some shit.
You'd have been north. You'd have been, it's not that far. It's like 15 minutes from Baltimore.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm flown in and out there, but it's still like I wouldn't have been in the city proper for a decent commute.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
But I passed on it. But yeah, they actually called to reschedule, and then I put my pants on. I went to the fucking bar where my buddy was bartending. I sat and fucking drank and watched CNN all day.
Watch that shit.
I was just like, well, this is fucked up.
This is horrible. Yeah.
And at that point, I'm 20, so I'm like, I'm eligible for the fucking draft.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, I'm barely out of high school at this point. I'd been dodging fucking recruiters at that point. I don't know what it was like when you were in high school, but like the minute you turned 18, motherfucking recruiters start calling you and be like,
oh, yeah. We had a Marine that stayed that would just stand in our cafeteria.
Well, I guess being in like the DC suburbs, he's just like,
he was always fucking with us. Like, yeah, you want to join the Marine? We'll pay for your college. We'll pay for all that. It's great. You love it. And I know a lot of people that signed up for it.
Yeah. See, I should have done this. A lot of my friends talked about like make the recruiter take you out to a nice dinner and then say no.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Like let them wine and dine you and be like, no.
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for the steak.
Right. That was an amazing ribeye, sir.
It's a no for me, dog.
Oh, that's a hard no. I'm a pacifist.
Oh yeah, like he used to legitimately just set up and it would be right around graduation time. He would come right like a couple months before it, set up and just holler at students all day long. Just try to get them to sign up.
He's like a porn recruiter, like you 18?
Yeah.
You 18? You 18? Let me see that ID. You 18?
Mm-hmm.
Sign this paperwork.
If you were 17, he would ask your birthday and see how long it was until you turn 18. And if you were close enough, he'd talk to you too.
That's some catch a predator shit right there.
100. He deserves an IMDb credit.
Right?
Yeah.
Chris Hansen should have been at your high school and be like, what are you trying to do? What are you doing right now?
What are you doing? Wait, have a seat.
I talked to you for a second.
Oh, man.
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, and it's fucked up that our military does that because like the actual draft is so fucking unpopular that they can't conscript people like so many fucking militaries do. It's like Israel, mandatory 2-year service for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Gal Gadot knows how to kill you.
Yeah. There's a lot of countries like that. The mandatory minimums, basically. You have to go into like 4 years or something.
Yeah, 2 to 4 years, depending on the country. Hell, one of my guys who is a nationalized U.S. citizen at this point, but he was born in Serbia, couldn't go back to Serbia to visit his family because technically they still wanted him for his fucking mandatory service.
Wow. Even though he like lived out here?
Yeah. You know, like been here since like being a small child. Like green card, everything, U.S., you know, he's a citizen now, but for a long time he couldn't go back to fucking Serbia to visit family because they wanted their time.
Him, yeah. But he had to like get to the point where he was too old to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. Yeah, that's insane. I'm glad it's not like that here, but
yeah. Well, but it wasn't that long ago. Like around the time where like we still had segregated bathrooms, you could also be forced to join the fucking military.
Forced to, like because they tried to force Muhammad Ali into it.
Yep.
Cassius Clay or
Cassius going to jail. Hell, Clinton ran to Canada.
Yeah. Donald Trump had bone spurts.
Yeah, I love that Donald Trump is like basically just lyrics from Fortunate Son.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. But that shit is like our parents' lifetime.
Yeah, it's not that long ago.
No, like that's the crazy shit. Is just like that shit was our parents' lifetime. And being in South Africa, like I experienced some real fucking like overt racism while I was down there.
You did?
Like not towards me, but like I was at a bar and just drunk, and this dude like on the page was like, "This country was better when the white people ran it." Like,
damn.
At least in modern America, other white people try to feel you out a little bit before they come with the racist shit.
Well, but that's too. But like, they ran it in like '94. Like, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, and that's the point I was getting at. Is just like that was so recent for them that like that shit's normal. So I'm imagining the '70s were still like
pretty racist.
Yeah, pretty fucking racist.
Pretty bad.
It's just like it was wild to me. Like, oh yeah, this happened while I was in school. Like I was alive for this change. Yeah. So of course, yeah, it's 25 years later, but people are still
still pretty racist. Yeah.
So it's like it's gonna take fucking time.
Yeah.
But that was still mind-boggling to me. Like, whoa, I'm used to American racism where like another white person will definitely feel you out a little bit.
See
like
if you
they'll try to stick the tip of racism in. Like those well, what are you talking about? I'm playing, man. I'm playing.
I'm totally joking.
It's a joke, man. Don't take it so seriously. But the minute I'm like, like those are
you give them you open the door and like, all right, cool, I can figure you out. Yeah.
The hard ER comes out.
Yeah. I get you.
So much talk about racism in this episode.
We did talk about racism a lot. But it's necessary, and we're getting along as a black guy and a white guy, and that's important. This is America.
This is America. You got any cute sisters?
I don't know how to take that. I have a younger sister. She's pretty attractive. Not in the white guys. Not in the white guys.
How about Jews?
I don't know.
I mean, she needs to go through an experimental phase.
Maybe, but she's pretty committed to black guys. But growing up, like there was no differentiation between white guys and Jews for me. I didn't know there was that much of a difference, like as a kid.
Well,
so I doubt she would really. I couldn't tell the difference between a white guy and a Jew.
I mean, I'm a really bad Jew on top of it. I love pork. I fucking love pork. Like, I do shit on Friday nights.
I didn't know the Jewish community didn't eat pork. I thought that was just the Muslims.
Okay. Keeping kosher. Like, technically, you're not even allowed to have like
kosher.
beef and fucking cheese together.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, you're not allowed to eat, a mother in its own milk.
Also, like cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers aren't kosher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Cheeseburgers are delicious. Bacon cheeseburgers are delicious.
Bacon cheeseburgers. So you're just fucking it up on all fronts.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to live my life written by rules by people who didn't shit indoors.
Yeah. That's fair. That's a fair point.
Like,
that's a fair point. I don't live my life on African customs.
Right. Like, you don't even know what a toilet is. How are you going to make rules for my life?
And I can't have cheeseburgers because of that.
Do you know what pornography is? No.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
No, I'm not going to live my life by your rules. Bullshit.
This is horse shit. This is the shit of a horse.
If God was real, he wouldn't have let us invent this shit if it was against the rules.
That's a fair point too. Yeah. Like why is he like? I guess the whole free will argument. Why does he let us do so much stuff that we shouldn't do?
Right. Well, I mean, if you're a Christian, you can just repent at the end and be all good. Like,
yeah. There's like a joke between like Muslims, like Christians are like Muslims with no consequences. Like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Hitler right before he shot himself could be like,
sorry about that.
Yeah. How many Hail Marys does this take?
455,000. I'm going hell.
No, I mean, he's the Fuhrer. Does he just have one of his generals do it? Schnell.
He gave like orders to be burned and stuff too, so he wouldn't be.
Yeah, so they wouldn't parade his body around like Mussolini.
Mm-hmm. But he fucking deserved to be paraded around like a piece of trash.
Oh yeah.
He tried to conquer the world like this.
A bunch of Jews should have bukkakied his body.
They should have fucked him up. It's such.
I don't think you grasp how wrong a Jewish bukkake on his body is. Do you don't know what a bukkake is?
I know what a bukkake is.
Yeah, just a bunch of concentration camp survivors bukkakeing his body. I felt like you just glossed right over that one.
I hear the word bukkake a lot more than the average person.
Well, it was just like you just completely no-sold that one. I'm like, that's a hilarious concept, sir. I normally am not going to call myself out on my jokes, but come on. A bunch of Jews bukkakeing Hitler's body needed to happen.
Yeah, I get it.
Maybe that's what's happening in hell. Just
maybe
a bunch of
that is his hell. Just a bunch of Jewish dudes bukkakeing him. Just right on the face.
Yep. Just a bunch of Jews bukkakeing him. A bunch of other Jews, having sex with German women while in eyesight.
Yeah, while he can see it.
Yeah, as he's catching cum in the eye.
Fuck that guy. Fuck him. And fuck Putin too. I'm not gonna talk about Putin.
Hackers are still a thing.
Get poisoned or get hacked.
Right? They will bring rice into your house.
They will
stab you with an umbrella.
They are crazy with hacking. Them and the fucking Chinese are super crazy about hacking. Like, you say anything about Xi Jinping or Putin, it is a wrap.
And we've done it multiple times on the show, so.
Oh, yeah. They're probably on your network.
Oh, yeah.
The Chinese, definitely.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. They know everything about me.
I know. I hope they enjoyed watching me masturbate.
Yeah. Not that. Whoa. What?
I mean, I don't cover my webcam.
Oh, I thought you had videos of you masturbating.
Oh, no. I don't put tape over this shit.
Oh, you don't?
If they want to watch, man, enjoy the show.
Yeah, at that point, who cares?
Some fucking poor analyst has to watch my O face. Yeah. Could you imagine that's your 40-hour day? You got to watch my fucking internet, and you're just like, oh, he's going again.
Again. That's the sixth time this week.
Fuck.
Fucking Wednesday.
Can I transfer? Because
anything but this. Anything.
How did I get stuck with this motherfucker? That's some poor bastard's job just to watch your shit.
It's insane. And they do it all over, everywhere in the world. They just collect all this data on us and use it against us.
Well, but that's the beautiful part. Since they're collecting all this data,
mm-hmm.
they need algorithms to sort through the data. More data there is, it's harder to find that needle in that haystack.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're fucking real fucking famous.
Yeah, unless you have a reason for them to look directly at you.
Right.
They'll never look at you.
Right. It's it's there. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, internet. I just admitted yet again, I masturbate. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Some poor bastard has to watch it.
Hey, we all do it. We all do it from our phones. And our TV, our smart TVs can see us too. They have cameras and that shit. Why are there cameras in our smart TVs?
So they can market to us? So they can sell us shit?
Oh, okay. That's a reasonable reason.
I mean, it's not reasonable. It's not reasonable at all, but
it makes sense when you say it like that.
Yeah. So
they can wonder, why the fuck, you want to? Because everybody has a camera, everybody has a TV in their room. So you want to watch everybody fuck?
Yeah. Thankfully, my TV's 10 years old, so no camera.
Yeah, mine's not. Mine's a couple years. It's probably 4 or 5 years old, but it's definitely got a camera in it. It's a smart TV.
I mean, if they want to watch me fuck, more power to them.
Yeah.
You owe me some OnlyFans money.
And you done this thing too, where you say anything that was good? You owe me some OnlyFans money. You say something and your phone a day later start advertising to you. They're fucking listening to us. When are we gonna address this?
We're never going to, because they're making their money.
They're just like if I've said the word pickup truck like 7 times like one day, and then the next day all pickup truck ads. Like, what the fuck? That shit is infuriating. I'm being spied on.
Yeah.
But I say I want a fine bitch to come out of the woodworks and pee on me, and nobody shows up. Make it make sense, Matt.
If it was my world. When I run for president in 2024,
oh, I'm voting for you.
Naked bitches will show up to pee on you.
You got my vote.
I mean, with a little effort, you could probably get someone to bottle that piss and just send it to you too. But
no, it's not the same. Not the same.
No, you gotta get it from the tap.
I want to see it straight from the source, from the tap.
Gotta get it from the tap.
Gotta get it from the tap.
Hope she had a good diet the day before.
Yeah, hopefully. No asparagus.
Right? I'm sure some people pay extra for that. Just not my thing.
Not my thing. Asparagus always stinks when you have a piss afterwards. So I've been trying to eat healthier.
Asparagus is healthy, though.
It's healthy, yeah. I've been trying to eat healthier, but yeah, it stinks. It smells really bad.
There's more pineapple for them.
Yeah. And now we drink. I've been drinking this whole time, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, we both have. I mean, Roger's definitely put some decent damage into that bottle's tequila.
Look at that. Espolón from Mexico.
For, two people that are going to be canceled at some point in the next decade.
Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah.
You had a good run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's fun.
Hoping that, like, any future sponsors understand and keep giving me money.
Yeah. The fact that you have managed to get out of the 9-to-5 rat race and do this full time is incredible. I want to.
Yeah, but I still have 100 side hustles and do a lot of gigs I'm not happy about doing.
But I want to give you your roses now for this. This is
whoa, roses. I'm not a hooker.
I want to give you your flowers now.
Sorry, full service sex worker. I have some woke folk that listen.
This is dope, man. This is really dope. And you know you have to do side hustles and stuff, but this is inspiring.
As I said earlier, it took me a long time to commit to making the jump. Like, I was doing this podcast for 2.5 years before. Mm-hmm. And really, honestly, the thing that was the straw that broke the camel's back was I got fired from my last, real job.
And you're like, fuck it, let's go.
I'm like, fuck it, let's go. I, was only like half a foot into that job anyways.
Mm. Oh, so you're trying to set up another one of those half in, half out situations?
Well, it was one of those things where, like, so I quit my job at 12 years when I moved to LA. And I'm like, I should be able to get by on porn production work and, various side hustles. I ended up doing fucking bullshit security work, like fucking bouncing and
okay.
Like some really fun high-end security shit, but a lot of garbage. A whole lot of fucking garbage. And after about a year of that, I got hit up. Someone found my resume like, hey, you ever thought about being a private investigator?
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, nope. Like, would you like to be a private investigator? Sure. So I did that for about 3 years.
How was that?
It was the most boring and exciting job at the same time.
Really?
Because there's days where you'll just sit on someone's house for 8 hours.
Mm.
But that's actually what inspired me to start doing the podcast. Because I was looking for shit to pass the time while I was doing the job. I started with books on tape, but shit would happen where I'm doing surveillance and like I'd lose where I was in the fucking book. Mm-hmm. I'm like, where the fuck was that in the story? And like, so I got deeper into podcasts.
Okay.
I'm like, I know a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, you do.
I can run my fucking mouth. Why don't I do this? So actually, as of taping, it was fucking 4 days ago was the 6-year anniversary of the first taping.
6 years. That's dope, dude. I tried to do a podcast with a couple of friends of mine back in the day. We got 3 episodes in before the first guy quit.
Oh, yeah. These are fucking work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But like I told that guy, I was like, dude, if we do this, it's gonna be like 2-3 years of shit eating before we get any.
If you're lucky, it's 2 or 3 years of shit eating. If you're lucky,
I try to spin it for him so he would.
Oh no, I try to lower people's expectations so much because at this point, I produce for 2 other shows regularly right now, and every new client I ever take on, like, I have a whole canned speech about how you're not going to be Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah,
because it's like on top of the fact that he's a nationally touring comic. He was on news radio. He's the host of Fear Factor. He's the voice of the UFC. Mm-hmm. The dude is legitimately famous without his podcast. It still took 8 years before the JRE was a big show.
Before it mattered, yeah.
Yeah. So your anonymous ass is not going to...
And he started prior to there being a billion podcasts.
Right.
Just so it's even worse now. Yeah.
Yeah. How are you going to stand out from the noise? What are you going to do? How are you going to compete when Conan O'Brien decided he wanted to start a podcast too? Like, fuck you, Conan.
Yeah, you already got a late night show.
Right.
And now you want to
do you want to get in this marketplace too? Fuck you, man. Like,
and he's gonna take over. They just take all the market share.
At the end of the day, he's got marketing budget. I could put on a better show than him.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He's got money, name recognition, and marketing. Not saying I'd put on a better show than Conan. My ego's not quite that big. Not quite.
Have you ever considered like writing in comedy?
I'm not, as I said, I'm not a solid writer. That's why I don't do stand up.
Oh, sure. Okay, you just said it.
Like, I will write a one-off observational joke or dark joke from a tweet, but like to sit and like blank page to joke is not my forte.
Yeah, it is definitely a skill set.
Yeah, it is 100. I admire the fuck out of you guys for it. Like, anything I ever write that becomes a Twitter joke is because I observed something and it made me giggle. Like,
okay, that makes sense.
My humor is super reactionary. That's why I work as a podcast host, because I play off people.
You can make funny in the moment and stuff like that.
Right. It's completely just playing off people. If I have a fucking turd of a guest, which does happen, not naming any names, but it does happen, the show has different energy because you're not giving me anything to fucking play off of.
Yeah. How do you deal with turd guests? Like, what do you do? You just
you can tell
early.
You can tell when I'm having a turd guest because you will hear a lot more Matt stories. Like, thankfully, I've lived a rich life and have a lot of fucking stories to go to the well from. So you will hear stories. You will hear a lot of stories, and there are fucking a couple 1-star reviews on the podcast of like, you didn't let the guest talk. Like, the guest had nothing to fucking say.
Yeah. I get that. Because some people just aren't interesting. Like, some people don't belong in entertainment. Like, you're not entertaining.
Well, it depends on like what facet. Like, you may be a brilliant fucking actor, and you have just nothing to say when no one else is writing your script.
Well, acting is a completely different can of worms.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like on an audition for acting?
Nope, not one.
Acting is just literally it's a whole bunch of waiting. You get in the room and they tell you to shut the fuck up. We're in here, and you got to sit there for 3 hours and wait to go in there and say 7 lines, and then they don't book you. So like that's acting.
I've been asked for every role I've ever done.
That's the best way to go about it.
Too bad they've all been important, but but never had to audition for shit.
Like, you really want to get to that point though, where like they're writing roles for you. That's why like stand up, like a lot of comics transition into acting because like they'll write roles for your character, for your person. But if you're unknown to get like big off of just acting alone is so hard. Well,
and that's why a lot of actors end up being cunts because they have so many years of rejection under their belt. They just want to be fucking horrible people,
just terrible people that they're so like all they deal with is rejection, especially like the females that had to go through all that rejection too. They are the worst to talk to. Like women do not like rejection.
Well, especially if you're hot.
Yeah, they can't. They're not used to it. Like everything they get is like a yes, oh, absolutely.
Guess what? Pro move. Say no. Panties will drop.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Saying no to women is like it's crazy how good that works. Like it's like basically anything that when you're talking to a woman, if you want to get her to like you, like everything that you've been taught to do the opposite. Like don't buy her flowers. Be an asshole. Like everything you think is good, like being a nice guy. Have you ever bought a woman flowers in real life that didn't know that you liked her?
No.
There was this guy at my job when I worked at Chili's when I was back in college. He bought this chick flowers, and like it was like straight out of a Disney movie. He brought her flowers. There was a card, and it said, "I fucking think about you every day," or some shit like that. And she just looked like he was the biggest creep in the world.
That's just embarrassing.
Yeah, and he humiliated himself, and he had to show up for work the next day. And it's like, but it's not.
They work together. That's sexual harassment.
They do work together. Yeah, it was sexual harassment.
That's a crime. He just committed a crime with flowers.
But it's a crime in the real world. But in the Disney movies, it's a fucking fairy tale.
Showing up to a girl's house with a boombox playing "Say Anything."
Yes,
it's a crime.
That is a straight crime. That's harassment. That's stalking. That's a whole bunch of shit.
But in Texas, her father could have shot you
100% and beaten the charges.
Yeah, especially if you're of color.
She was a white girl. He was Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, exactly.
It's over. There's black folks in Texas, too.
The weirdest thing, too, her fucking dad worked there as well. He was a cook as well. She was a server. He was a cook, and her dad was a cook.
I bet her dad fucked up every one of his orders.
Oh, yeah. Her dad he fucked him up. He beat his ass. He's like, don't fuck. Like, the guy that went at his daughter was like 40, and his daughter was 18, and the dad was also 40.
Oh, I mean, that's a big caveat on how that makes it extra creepy.
Yeah, it's really creepy. But like, he was like following the Disney playbook. Like, buy her flowers, tell her she's special.
All that shit only works if they're actually into you.
Yeah, they're into you and you're hot. Like Aladdin or something like that. He was no Aladdin. He was none at all.
Yeah, that shit 100%. Yeah, that has never worked in the history of the world.
I've seen it fail so many times. Like, I'll never try that.
Yeah, the only person I bought flowers for in recent memory was like someone, who I told them was remote thing because of the pandemic. It was just like, before buying her flowers, I told her, like, the next time I see her, I'm going to give you a very intense orgasm. So, like, I'm pretty sure she knew where I stood.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's the only type of guy that women will appreciate flowers from. Like, I recently bought, because Valentine's Day was not too long ago. I bought flowers for my girlfriend right now. And like,
you're like, should I put the title on it on the internet forever?
Well, I want to say that because she might watch this. So yeah, my girl, I bought her flowers, recently. But
now you're making me edit shit. Okay, got it.
I wasn't going to like buy the flowers. Like, I was just gonna like take her out on a date. And my cousin was like, "You can't fucking not buy flowers. You have to buy the." So I went and bought these fucking forever flowers. Like, it's like Rose a Million or whatever. You pay $100 for these flowers, and I was like, who the fuck pays $100 for flowers? But they still, me. It was the last minute. It was February 13th when he told me this. I was like, what the fuck? So I go there, and they give me the flowers, and they're like red flowers. They're the roses. There's red ones, there's gold ones, and like they sprayed them together, and it's like a little heart or whatever. So I gave it to her, and they're still holding up right now. Like, they're still good. Like, I was shocked. I'm not going to buy them again, but I was shocked.
Well, yeah, if they're forever, you don't have to buy them again. Yeah. Next year, be like, you still have them.
Oh, last year,
they're still good.
You got forever flowers, right? Remember? Forever.
Did they go bad? No. Why would I buy you something you already have?
Exactly. You ungrateful bitch. Look at the flowers from last year.
They're still good.
They're still good. Oh, but then she has and dude,
did she take care of you on Steak and BJ Day?
Oh, 100%. Steak and blowjob day?
Yeah.
Yes, that
was yesterday.
That was yesterday. I was about to say it's 14th. It's Pie Day. The same day, yeah. But there's
okay, that's why we couldn't do this yesterday. Got it.
I was like, yeah, he's like, what day you were there? Definitely not Monday. Definitely not Monday.
Like, I have a steak and blowjob coming.
But there's what was I want to say? There's the flowers. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Never mind. All right, but yeah.
Think about that steak and BJ. I got it.
Yeah, you got me sidetracked. Like, yeah.
My bad.
Day. New York strip and a blowjob. Can't beat that shit.
Not at all.
Oh, I remember. So I went into the store because I ordered it online. I went into the store to get I was like, and then pick up my order. They're like, oh, what'd you order? I was like, I ordered this or whatever. The red and gold flowers. So they gave me the red and gold flowers. I gave them, I went to her job. I gave them to her at her job. She came home. I rocked the boat. The next day, they had accidentally sent me the same order to my house. Oh, no. So I was like, fuck. So I called them. I was like, do I have to pay for this? And they was like, no, we made a mistake. Just keep it. So I was like, all right, cool. So then I went and I called her like, hey, babe, I got a surprise for you. I gave her the other pair. I was like, I wanted you to have one for the office and one for your house. And she's like, oh. And then she let me rock the boat again. I never told her that.
You just told the internet, though.
I just told the internet. She'll figure it out eventually.
Hey, at least she didn't see the second one and be like, who's this for?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would have been horrible.
Like, she wakes up from, rocking the boat, like, the fuck? Why is there another one?
This? No, this is both for you. Yeah, that would have been horrible.
That would have been, oof.
But
oof.
I was like, I'm not going to tell, because I was going to tell her. I was going to say, I was like, hey, they sent two, so I wanted to give you two. But she was like, oh, you got me another? I was like, yeah.
And you are never getting shit again. Nothing.
And they give $100 fucking dollars. It was like $125 or some shit like that, like with tax and all that shit.
I hope she lets you hit it raw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful.
Well, and I hope your pullout game is not trash.
No, it's not. It's not. But I need to get better at pulling out because, like, now she's like I'm 29, she's 30. So like her doctor's like, you should get off of birth control because you know, if you want to have kids at any point in life, like you need to stop taking it now. Or you're gonna fucking make yourself feral, unfertile, or whatever the fuck.
Sterile.
Sterile. That's the word. Yeah. So it's like, fuck. Now it's either wrap it up or pull out Game on a Million
or anal.
You know that's what the fuck I'm talking about. That is brilliant, sir. You fucking genius. Holy shit. They say Elon Musk is a genius. Get the fuck out of here. That is brilliant. Oh shit.
See, I've talked about this recently, but I'm pretty sure this year I'm getting myself a vasectomy.
Oh, you're getting a vasectomy? You don't want kids?
Fuck no.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Well, what values am I going to instill in children?
You're a pretty good guy. That's it. No. All right. Cool.
No. Like, I was instilled in good Midwestern values, and they're all shit.
Yeah.
Like, work hard. An honest day's work will get you an honest day's page. Like, yeah, if you want to work in a factory till you get black lung and die.
That's fair. That is facts.
Like, what actually matters in current society is, like, be the most attractive person you can be at all times.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It's all about social media and being hot.
Yeah.
But think too, like, how close are we to that last generation? Like before, like AI takes over, and it's no longer being human means nothing. Like we gotta be like what 2 generations away,
if that.
The
youngins these days can't talk for shit unless it's through a screen.
Yeah, it's just.
Oh, man, I sound like a fucking old on that one.
But like it's true though. Like it's like the amount of social anxiety like is crazy now. Like people don't speak to each other unless it's through the screen, and it's like the metaverse, and everybody's getting more and more like. How much longer is this part of society going to exist?
I mean, I hope it doesn't end before I stop fucking, because like my game's in person. I'm in an in-person 100%. Game.
Like I've met
Roger's like, I know, I'm getting a little hot. I know.
Woo, I'm feeling it. Now I've like a majority of the women that I've ever talked to have been like in person. Like the women that like anything serious that come from has been in person, like online and Tinder and all that stuff. You get bombarded with options. Like you can't choose in that scenario.
Oh, yeah. And when you're like, oh, this guy,
this guy versus, you know, I made a fake profile as a woman on Tinder, and let me tell you, and the woman I chose, like, she was like she was a Facebook suggestion. So like she was an okay looking girl. Like she wasn't super hot or anything like that. And I put her, like, I just took her pictures and I put them on the profile, and in a matter of, let's say 3 minutes, 99 plus likes. 99 plus dudes wanted to sleep with this chick. There's no wonder why guys don't get matches on Tinder. They get bombarded the moment they get in.
Yeah. Oh, it's insane. If you're reasonably... Hell, one of the online dating guides I once saw was like, don't swipe on the most attractive people. Like...
It makes sense.
It does.
It makes sense.
It's super fucked because it's like, well, I'm not going to fuck the person you want me to swipe on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck her last call at a bar.
Exactly, but like, and it's crazy because those women also get bombarded with messages too.
Well, yeah, they read the guide too.
It's insane. Like,
do you ever like get fucking someone swiping on you and you're like, "There's no fucking way, lady." Mm-hmm. Do you ever get that one?
100%. I mean, I'm not on Tinder anymore, but like, it was a point where like the only time I would get like matches, the only people that would respond to my messages or message me first would be the bottom feeders. It's like just the unattractive women that you actually, because it got to the point too, like I wouldn't get any matches, I would just swipe everybody.
Oh yeah, especially when Tinder wouldn't cut you off and you could just swipe.
You just go, and it would just be all the fucking women that you didn't want would be right there for you.
So I'm on Hinge, and apparently the Hinge algorithm hates me.
Mm-hmm.
It just does not attract. Maybe 1 out of 100 women it suggests are reasonably attractive.
Yeah.
But when someone likes you on Hinge, it directly tells you because it's supposed to be the relationship app.
I saw that. Yeah, I was on Hinge,
and every woman who has ever liked me on Hinge is like, oh, I'm out of your league. I am out of your fucking league. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
How dare you?
Like, how?
That's the only women that will like you are the women that are like 2 or 3 leagues beneath you. Those are the only ones that'll like you, because the women that are above your league or in your league are getting messages from the guys above you.
Well, and the funny thing is, like, I'm pretty sure I could close you in real life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like you can meet a girl in real life and just talk and take crack jokes and right out of the panties. You can get it right there. But fucking the Hinge is like, they have the option to talk to the top of the top in LA. Like, this isn't a regular city. Like, this city has billionaires in it. Like,
Right.
you have no chance.
I'm half tempted to try to bribe my way onto Raya to just see how weird that could get.
I was told about Raya. I was offered not offered to be in it, but like I was told about it. And like I was like, you can get in if you want to, and then I got in a relationship. So.
You should have just told her it's for a bit.
Yeah, I should have. I fucked that up.
I mean, you still can.
Yeah.
You should be like,
this for a bit. I'm gonna get on Raya.
Yeah, like just hey, whatever. Like when she comes by, like look at these fucking bras I'm talking to.
Look at this. This is all these titties. Look at this. Wow. Well, no, disgusting.
This is for material.
LOL.
This is for fucking material. Are you trying to stifle my art? Do you not support my art, girl?
She's like super supportive too. Like
she'll be about it. She'll be about it.
100%.
So get back on Raya.
I'm gonna get on Raya
Just for the material. Come on.
You convinced me. You've convinced me of a lot of things today.
How many comics are actually on Raya? Like, unless you're a super famous comic, not many.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Right. So you could be at like the mid tier, rocking Raya jokes.
That's facts.
And you could also be making fun of like the fucking open micers that are hot that are on Raya, because I know there are some open micers that are just on Raya because they're hot.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So you could be 100% be like, there's a gold mine that is an untapped gold mine right there.
That is. See, you're brilliant. I'm telling you. That the OnlyFans stuff, the fucking anal. Brilliant.
I am not the first person to think of anal to get around birth control. I think that's as old as time.
This is just anal. It was like a no-brainer for you. It's like anal. Duh.
Yeah, duh. She's got other holes.
Yeah.
I've been led to believe in professional experience that, like, you know, the butthole can take more anyways.
Yeah. Apparently. I've heard that too. No.
A couple of my friends will be like, yeah, if it's real big, I'm not taking it in my pussy. I'm just going to take it in my ass.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's insane. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine. I've taken
well, it's not going to bottom out in their butthole.
It's true because it's all intestine.
Nope.
Wow, that is brilliant. That's easy. We're back to you being brilliant.
I've just lived life. I'm not brilliant. I've just experienced some shit.
Yeah.
And some literal shit. Yeah.
Shit and some literal shit.
That happens when you're drilling for oil sometimes.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
I'm not worried about it. But Roger, we have been going over 2 hours already.
Is it over 2 hours?
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to call last call on this motherfucker. We'll definitely do this shit again.
This is dope, man. This is really cool. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. But before we got here, where can they find you on the things?
Everything. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is Blacksmith. BLAKKSMYTH. Universal. YouTube as well. I have a YouTube page. I do reactions to current events and stuff like that. The split screen comedy stuff. All that online.
Where can they find Big Chillin?
Big Chillin is on Instagram. It's at Big Chillin, BIGCHILLIN LA. Big Chillin LA on Instagram. And we're going to start putting comedy up, like podcasts and comedy skits and stuff on that page. So check us out.
Yeah, check them out. Maybe they'll get me drunk enough and make me go out do an open mic one night.
Oh, 100%. Oh, that would be so dope. Have you do an open mic and then do a podcast as well? We're going to make that happen, man.
Oh.
We're going to fucking make that happen.
I'm going to be real drunk.
Hey, you can bomb too. Like the thing about like a bomb is it's a great story afterwards.
Oh, no. I've already bombed in front of the entire adult entertainment industry. Like I bombed. I'll show you the clip when we get off air. But I bombed in front of the entire AVN in 2018.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, that's dope. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Thankfully, Showtime mostly edited around my bombing, but I'll show you the clip of like what they edited around.
God bless those editors.
Yes, unfortunately, that was the first year that did AVN's live streamed, so people saw
it. People caught it,
including a PR person from the company whose movie I was in, who immediately texted me like, "What the fuck was that?" Like, what the fuck was that?
That's so funny.
It was a shit show.
Bombing never gets easier, dude. It always sucks. It just is what it is.
That was a really weird bombing. The audience has heard this, but it was really weird bombing because, like, I had no material prepared. Like, the whole...
like, what the fuck was that?
Especially because, you know, when it was for Best Comedy, when we won Best Comedy, and then the whole cast got up during all the other, like, Best Action, whatever. So I go up on stage expecting the rest of the cast to come up, and no one else shows up. They hand me the trophy. Doug fucking Benson hands me the trophy. And I just proceed to diarrhea into the mouth.
You just fucking bombed.
Just diarrhea into the fucking mic.
How long was it? Was it a couple minutes?
Like maybe a minute or two. And while I'm bombing in front of the whole industry, my friends that are in the fucking front section, the other performers that are actually my friends, are giving me standing ovations.
As I'm bombing.
Because I'm also dressed as a rabbi while I'm doing this.
Is there footage of this?
Oh yeah. There's no footage. There's no footage out there of me actually bombing, but there's the footage of me going up on stage.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And so it's a really weird bombing. It's like, I'm getting a standing ovation, but I'm definitely bombing.
Definitely bombing.
I'm like, holy fuck, we won. Shalom, AVN. And what's really fucking ironic about that shit is I was doing live podcasts from AVN the whole weekend. And because I don't have people for the whole 2 hours while I'm there, I have them for like 10, 15 minutes while they're doing other media obligations, shit like that. One of the regular questions I asked anybody is like, if you're winning AVN this year, what's your acceptance speech?
And you didn't have one.
And I didn't have one. Asked probably 20 different performers what their acceptance speech would be, and I didn't have one.
You didn't have one. Nothing close to an acceptance speech.
Nothing at all.
You said, oh, fuck, we won. Shalom, maybe.
Yep. Sure as fuck did.
And you got to own that. See, but it's a great story. Yeah, it's a fucking great story. And that's the best part about bombing. You always get a great story out of it.
Well, maybe I'll come bomb at Big Chillin.
Hey,
either that or I will just come shit talk your fucking audience.
Anytime you fucking want to, you're welcome. You're more than welcome.
I appreciate that. We're going to actually get out of here. And as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, twitch.tv/Matt F. Slayer. You can find the Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. And until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
And sign up for that Amazon thing.